We be live. Hello, Durud and Shalom. My name is Armin Navabi.
And I'm Ali Sawani, and welcome back, everyone. The President of the United States issued a chance to the Islamic Republic, giving them yet again another deadline. They have until tomorrow to open up the Strait of Hormuz, or they will face decapitation. The Islamic Republic is going through some big changes internally, perhaps even changing the president and the Supreme Leader's advisor, with the Supreme Leader issuing new and unusual orders around those two people. The executions of the Iranian people are continuing, with 2 more hung today, and are a major potential spark for an uprising from the Iranian people, as stated by Prince Reza Pahlavi's team. We have exclusive messages from the regime supporters inside Iran for you guys today, who are growing more divided and unhappy, saying that the Islamic Republic is no longer Islamic. With that, let's begin with Donald Trump, who gave the 24-hour deadline in a last chance to the Islamic Republic before hitting them with all he's got. Let's see what he has to say about that.
Nobody did it, and it was time, and we hit them hard with the B-2s more than a year ago now, and that knocked out their capability, their potential capability. We've done a great job, but when we talk, we say we're talking. If we're not talking, when you ask me, no, we're not talking, I'll say it. But we are talking right now, we're talking, and we're talking at the request of Iran, backed by Saudi Arabia, backed by UAE, and backed by Qatar in particular, but others also. Many countries called, the leaders of many are friendly with a lot of them, almost all of them, one way or the other, and they all wanted to give this a last chance. This is a last chance. This is not something that, if it doesn't happen, this is a last chance for them to sign a good document. Yeah, please.
This is their last chance, and he says that multiple times. We'll get to that in a second because there's another clip. A reporter asks him another question about the last chance, and let's see what he has to say about it too.
But we have had last chances. This is the 7th last chance, or more, actually.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know. I don't know. I think we're going to maybe get something, but I want to give them every last chance before decapitation. Very tough to do what we have planned, still planned. We'll see what happens. But
the last chance of the last chance of the last chance is occurring right now. And right now they are speaking in usual fashion and in timely order. The Islamic Republic has come out and said, we're not talking. We're not talking to the Americans. We're talking to Oman, though. That's who we're talking to. And just begs the question, if this proposal has been put forward 10 times between Oman for the Strait of Hormuz, hey, there's 2 lanes, you go. Each one has their own lane. Hasn't yielded any results before. Not quite so sure it will this time. Although U.S. officials to CNN and other major news media are saying, actually, there's no direct talks between, let's say, like U.S. delegations and Islamic Republic delegations. Is actually just Adalci and Witkoff and Kushner just exchanging some texts, maybe some last-minute texts here, and the Omanis are doing their own best chance to perhaps settle this before a war begins and the Omani infrastructure is also hit. That's what they're scared of. Let's take a look at what Said Qassainejad has to say about this in just a second. Okay, cool. It's going to be a nice little segue. Armin, how many chances does it feel like the Islamic Republic has been getting?
Close to 20 by this point. More.
Yeah, maybe. 20 too many, maybe some say. There's no deal. There's no successful deal except for a surrender deal that can be made. And until the Islamic Republic doesn't believe that it's being pressured in the correct areas, which is an internal uprising, it's not going to come to the negotiating table to surrender. We did the calculation a while ago. However inaccurate it may be, the number was very low for how much it cost the Islamic Republic to suppress the Iranian people. We calculated 1.5 billion. Now let's just say it's 4 times that, okay? Let's just say it's 10 times that. They have the money. They can always suppress the Iranian people as long as they have the ability to do so, which is why during the 40-day war, when we struck the checkpoints in the Basij, the actual instruments of repression of the Iranian people, that was when we came very close. And that caused the Islamic Republic to come to the negotiating table. That's what caused them to come. Afterwards, striking, anti-air missiles, Strait of Hormuz, radars, etc., none of that really caused them to come back to the negotiating table. It was exactly when we struck them where it hurt. And that is exactly where we need to go back to. I'm sure, CENTCOM is 100% aware of that. There's no way. So it's pretty clear at this point what we need to do. And it's pretty clear who's getting in the way. Saudi Arabia, Qatar and Pakistan. They are not mediators, ladies and gentlemen. Mediators are impartial. They're not impartial. The leader of Pakistan makes deals with IRGC commanders like Vahidi to buff up his own pockets. It's not impartial. They have vested interests to keep these countries from not fighting so they can personally profit. Qatar profits from having the Islamic Republic in existence. They don't want the Islamic Republic gone. If Iran is free, companies around the world will instead choose to invest in Iran and not in Qatar, taking away money from Qatar. That's the Qatari angle. That's the Pakistani angle. Saudi Arabia, really content to just sit back and let everyone do everything for them. And they've been encouraged to do so for decades. Why would that have to change for them? All of this at the cost of the Iranian people. Let's take a look at what Saeed Qasem has to say, the right-hand man of Prince Reza Pahlavi, the leader of the Iranian opposition, who says the Strait of Hormuz conflict and its impact on the U.S. and global economy shows those who want the U.S. to leave the region are doing China's work, knowingly or unknowingly. With the U.S. out of the Middle East, America's adversaries and rivals would dominate the region and wield the energy weapon against the U.S. and its allies. Completely correct. We actually started seeing China do this in the last 10 years. It approached the Persian Gulf Arab countries, Qatar, Bahrain, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and tried pulling them into the Chinese orbit. And now, what's happening with this conflict is the opposite. Donald Trump is using the Islamic Republic as a boogeyman to show the Persian Gulf Arab countries that there is a threat against them and that they have to get off their butt and start actually putting in some work, put some skin in the game to become free. If you read this statement, Armin, about how if the U.S. leaves and all the countries that are trying to get the U.S. to stop is actually benefiting China way more than people think. Is there anything that you see in that statement? Is that more true than not? What do you think?
Let's see. The Strait of Hormuz conflict and its impact on the U.S. and global economy shows those who want the United States to leave the region are doing China's work, knowingly or unknowingly. With the United States out, America's adversaries and rivals would dominate the region and wield the energy weapon against the United States and its allies. I actually somewhat disagree with this. I think that China would not be able to replace the United States in the region. Even China needs United States there. Even China. It depends on United States providing security in the Middle East. So China wants to United States to provide security in the Middle East and leech off of United States providing, basically securing shipping lanes so China could buy its oil. Like if United States completely leaves that area, then there would be nobody providing security for China to be able to buy their oil. It would be so chaotic. It would be so messy. And China needs the oil from the Middle East. So China is using United States free security services as a way to have enough stability to get the energy out of them. So the situation would be so bad if United States leaves for everybody that not even China, I mean, I don't think United States will ever 100% leaves the area. But I'm just saying, imagining that hypothetical scenario, China was we need them there. China prefers the United States to be in the Middle East, but also constantly get poked in the Middle East, constantly drain its resources in the Middle East. So be there, provide some security so we could buy some oil from here, but also poke, let me like keep you busy over here so that you cannot focus on us in the Pacific as much as possible. That's what the situation. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, I think you alluded to America providing safety for shipping around the world there. And that's exactly what the U.S. is trying to leverage here. So with that, that is the general overview in between these two countries. And what we're waiting on is to see, is there any sort of breakthrough in the Strait of Hormuz with this new deadline that we have of 24 hours. So tomorrow, according to Donald Trump, should be a big day where we get a lot of things realized for us. Let's go into some interesting and very exciting news for any of you who are wondering about the Iranian people. Yesterday, we showed you guys a New York Post article about how Prince Reza Pahlavi's team got the New York Post connected to 2 Iranians inside of Iran. Well, that actually turned out to be a much bigger deal when I read the article than when I just showed it to you guys when it came out yesterday. And we can have some more statements coming out. I'll show you another one from Saeed Ghassanejad about the instruments of repression of the Islamic Republic and desertions. Desertion and disobedience within the regime's security and militia apparatus are widespread. So he's saying during the uprising of January 8th and 9th, a lot of the regime forces refused to obey orders. We know that. That's true. That's why they had to bring in their terrorist militias. And he's saying, one might ask, why are we hearing less about that now? Because a lot of people are attacking the Crown Prince, Reza Pahlavi, saying, you said you had all these people on the inside. What happened? And he's giving an explanation. He's saying the primary reason is that there's a lot of pressure right now on them, on their families, on their friends, because the Islamic Republic has had some time to regroup themselves and put some filters and selections and ability to provide surveillance. So a lot of these people are weighing the cost benefit right now and seeing that right now, if they come out and say something, it's not really worth it because nothing's happening. They might even get killed or arrested themselves. So they're waiting for an opportunistic moment to come out and join Prince Reza Pahlavi's team. These are the desertions that we're talking about. And we also have that article. So from the New York Post, it actually turned out to be Tina, who you know is now the leader of Prince Reza Pahlavi's communications team. She's doing a great job. The link for that got destroyed. Great. There it is. This is the New York Post article. And it's a little bit misleading, as we told you guys yesterday. It says the Iranian Revolution can happen any day now as protest leaders try to arm. So when I read this article, it actually turned out that out of the 2 people that Prince Reza Pahlavi connected to New York Post, one of them was actually a protest leader. So we got some, for the first time, we got some information from a protest leader, someone who's right now drawing up tactics on where the people should gather in the cities, where they shouldn't, how to distribute weapons. They talk about that as well. And all the weapons that they should be distributing, as the person in the article says, should only be going through Prince Reza Pahlavi's team. This is the first confirmation that we got through Prince Reza Pahlavi indirectly that he is connected to people in Iran distributing weapons amongst the populace. They went into details saying, when we distribute these weapons, we're very, very selective. So that is a really good sign. And it also means that the amount of people who have weapons in Iran, the Iranian people, are going to be low in number, but very much trusted and capable. That to me is great news. Also, who won the super chat race?
You did.
I did? Okay, so we're back up to 2-2. So okay, so you won the last 2 days. I won this. Okay, so now we're 2-2 again. Guys, Armin and I were talking, and we're like, should there be some sort of punishment for
shit.
losing the super chat race. And we said that yesterday, obviously convenient enough that I won today. Who knows? But I don't know, Armin. Guys, what should Armin's punishment be for losing the super chat race?
What the hell? Wait. That you said we're just gonna have to say something.
You were the one who said maybe the chat decides.
Okay, yeah, decide what I said, not just general what the punishment would be. I thought I would win.
Guys, my idea is that Armin has to say Allahu Akbar.
Okay, sounds good. Allahu Akbar. Easy.
Can someone
That
clip
is
that, by the
easy.
way,
Done.
please?
Okay, so now you okay. That was like that wasn't even hard. Allahu Akbar. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do one more. Praise be to Allah. Okay, guys. Next time we'll win. I will have something more interesting. Ali's gonna cringe saying what I have ready for him.
See, like me telling you to say Allahu Akbar isn't that painful for you to say it.
Yes,
but if I had to say it, it would be very painful.
You should have picked something else from me. You know I can say that easily.
I was going easy on you, you know.
Oh, okay.
If
I won't do
anyone
that to you.
clipped that would be great. If anyone clipped it, you know, just please link it to me on X or something.
I've been infiltrated. Okay. Here, clip this. Praise be to Allah. Clip that.
Guys, we are not Muslim here. In fact, Islam is a disease. And so I wanted to get your thoughts on this one. What do you think? So in this article, there's two people who speak to the New York Post, and Prince Joseph Pahlavi's team connected them so they could speak. One of them was a journalist. The other one was a protest leader who came out and said, we're coming up with tactics on where to gather in the streets for the next uprising, where not to gather, where how to distribute weapons, who to pick to distribute weapons to, and we're going to be armed the next time we come out. That's the first time through Prince Joseph Pahlavi's team we've heard stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, this is so encouraging to see that we have been on the right side of this, pushing for normalizing exactly this through the Arms Us campaign. Right?
Exactly. So the fact that, you know, we're hearing about this now, and we were pushing for this for a few months, I'd like to think that we helped more people open up to the idea that this is a necessary thing.
Yes. Guys, for people who might be new here, the Arm Us campaign that we started here reached all the way to Mark Levin, and he made them go viral. He specifically quote tweeted at least two of my posts directly from my account. And you guys know Mark Levin is President Trump's main commentator, number one, like his most favorite commentator.
Yeah. So in terms of breaking news that we have for you guys before we jump into the regular 24-hour news that we gathered for you guys, which is really good today. Erbil in Iraq is once again getting pounded by IRGC drones. The American forces are still evacuating from Erbil, northern Iraq. They're leaving that city to fend for itself, mainly at this point. The Patriot missile systems are out. The drones are landing. And it looks like the U.S. is still choosing to tactically regroup its Patriot missile systems to other parts of the Middle East and give up on northern Iraq, because it's just so close to the Islamic Republic and so close to this area, which is a big launch site for IRGC missiles and drones. Smart move, in my opinion. So the biggest and juiciest pieces of news here, we have some supreme leader statements, and we also have some replacements going on at the highest level of the Islamic Republic. So, Armin, I don't know if you got this news today. Mojtaba Khamenei, if he's alive, is going to replace Zulqadr with Rezai. What?
Rezai.
With Rezai.
Wow.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Rezai.
He's replacing Zulqadr with Rezai. What is that? Why?
in the Supreme Security.
guys,
Oh yeah, in this.
that's great. Guys, this is
Oh my
great
God.
news. Zolqad is 100 times more competent than Mohsen Rezai. Mohsen Rezai ordered a hit on his own son. He is an actual clown. By the way, everyone says this, even in Iran, we'll call him a clown. In the regime, they'll call him a clown. Ordered a hit on his own son. That's how insane he is. And
Well, I
he is
mean,
now
no,
going
that
to
doesn't
be,
make him. He's evil, but he's
right, but I'm
actually
trying, yeah.
his takes are actually, guys. Usually we say retarded because we're making fun of people. He's actually like, this is not, we're not even saying this. Pro-regime people, pro-supreme leader people say this. Like, he's like cuckoo bananas. Like, his analysis is insane. He's an actual clown. It's just, what the hell?
And we'll show you what he's going to say. He came out with an interview. As soon as this news started circulating, this guy showed up on every state media channel he could possibly do and gave interviews about it. So we'll show you a couple of clips about that. And it is good news. Ladies and gentlemen, this is good news. Because what you're about to see him say, you're going to be like, oh my God, yes, please let this guy be the leader of the nationals. Armin, what is the Supreme National Security Council? What is it? What does that mean?
The Supreme, like, it's supposed to be a council where it makes most of the anything regarding security of the country, responding to the Americans, the Israelis, the uprising, gets decided in this council. Okay, when Ali Khamenei was alive, he basically controlled the council. He had so much influence over the council. It was basically an extension of Ali Khamenei. Now, without Ali Khamenei, officially, this council is the highest authority when it comes to all things security related, without Ali Khamenei actually controlling it.
And it's not an elected position, is it?
What is in? There's, no. There is no elected.
In the Islamic Republic, the elected positions are bogey positions, like the president of the Islamic Republic. Bogey position doesn't mean anything. The non-elected positions, the appointed ones, those are the ones with real power. And Rezai is about to be at the head of the Islamic Republic's National Security Council, which means he gets a big vote in what they want to do. Do they want to attack the American forces? Well, it's up to him now. And he is a big proponent of doing just that. I haven't been able to find him saying this in an interview, but we did have people who weren't able to clip the channel to show us, but they were able to remember and get what he said on tape. So according to Shin, first-class source, Rezai, the guy who's about to become the head, we will not allow any route other than Iran's route to open in the Strait of Hormuz. So boom, just read that one sentence, done and dusted. Okay, all right, think the talks failed. Even if the US brings an aircraft carrier into the illegal route of the Strait of Hormuz, we will target it. He's actually come out a lot and said things like this. So I'll just mute this, but he comes out on state media all the time, and his position is this: we're going to destroy the American Navy because it's applying pressure on us by blockading us. So if the Americans continue to blockade us, we're going to hit them. I don't know what, but apparently they're going to hit them. Keep in mind, in the beginning stages of the war, the Islamic Republic fired 111 missiles at the USS Abraham Lincoln in like one short time frame, and they blocked them all. They intercepted all of them. Not a single one hit. So now that they have no Navy, their ballistic missile launches are way down by 80%. The drones can't reach the USS Abraham Lincoln because it's 200 kilometers off the coast and moving. I don't know what he's planning to do, but hey.
We should remind people. We should remind people that this man ran for president once.
True.
And what was his campaign promise? His
He was
campaign
going to arrest people like me who are Iranian American in Iran and demand ransoms to save the economy. Oof.
Yeah, actually, Steve is right. He ran so many times. Like he ran so many times for president, and in the last round last campaign for a presidency, actually, it's a joke in Iran that every time there is an election for the for president, he runs every time. Like it's a hobby of him. And his last campaign promise, or was it the last one? One of them was that he will save Iran's economy by arresting all Iranian Americans inside Iran and asking for ransom, asking for money for the United States to release them. And he says we could, like, I don't know, we could get billions of dollars like that. Just going arresting an Iranian. Yeah. Yes. All Iranian Americans inside Iran, arrest them, ask United States for money for releasing each one. Economy saved.
Everyone, by the way. And
that was his actual official campaign promise for saving Iran's economy.
Yeah, let's actually bring him back up on screen here, and let's try to see if he looks perfectly sane to me. Let's see what he says in this interview.
نظام جمهوری اسلامی شما با احساسات برخورد نکنید. این الان به نتیجه رسیده که حالا شکست‌های پی‌درپی که خورده زیاد با فضاسازی تو رسانه‌ها و تو مسائل اقتصادی رو بزرگ کردن و
Guys, this is his most recent interview. On the left there, you can see all the Durkas come out because it's like some Arbaean pilgrimage at the moment into Iraq. Anyway, this guy just came out again and he said, we're going to deal with the protesters the next time they come out with impunity. No one should come out again and perform an uprising. If you do, we're going to kill you. And anyone who does is not of us. They're not one of us. So again, these IRGC commanders may be actually retarded, but the one thing that they are good at is sheer mass murder on a huge scale. We will defend our country against any unrest or attack to the last drop of our blood. No sane person participates in riots. Oh, really? Well, let's see what happens when your own people stop showing up to defend you, because in the Alligram section, where we go into the IRGC group chats, get their political views, a lot of them are not really going to show up at this point, I think. But before we get into that, there's one other big piece of news regarding Pezeshkian. Pezeshkian is the Islamic Republic president, and he has been trying to resign. How many times has it been, Armin? How many times has Pezeshkian tried to resign?
I haven't been counting. Have you? I think every
I don't know.
day.
I mean, a lot. Yeah, he tries to resign all the time. He's like, F this, I'm out. This is not what I signed up for. And they basically just hold a gun to his head and tell him to sit down. So let's see what this guy, who is, perfect. What did I click? This is Kharazi. He's a senior cleric, and he's Khamenei's in-law. So he's got the inside scoop on Mojtaba Khamenei, the supreme leader. Let's see what he has to say here. He just said, if one more time, if Pezeshkian, the president, tries to resign one more time, we'll accept his resignation. According to this guy, who has the inside scoop, apparently.
رسما اعلام کرد و به خاطر همینم اینا کاسه گذشتون رو جمع کردن.
And he's saying, because of this, everyone fell into line. I'm not sure how, but they all fell into line here. Somehow. Some way.
These people are basically saying that they're suggesting that Pezeshkian is using the threat of resignation as a way to threaten the supreme leader, as a way to get his way, because he knows it would be too chaotic. It would be too messy for the supreme leader to deal with a situation where the president is resigning. But he's saying now we're basically over that. Now things are more stable. So go ahead and you're not going to, the president is not going to be able to use that threat against us anymore. That's what he said.
Like we're not scared anymore. You can do whatever you want. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, this came out today. Iran International, and actually a lot of mainstream media are now sharing this article, this piece of news. So according to another Mujtaba, this one is a different Mujtaba, Mujtaba Pur Mahsan. This guy came out to Iran International and told them that actually Pezeshkian, the president, did meet with Mujtaba Khamenei recently. They met in the back seat of a car at an undisclosed location. And actually, Pezeshkian couldn't even see Mujtaba's face during this meeting, and he only heard his voice. Is this like one of those mafia moves where they sit down Pezeshkian in the front seat of the car and the back is like, you know, the mafia boss, and he's like, don't turn around. They got like a gun pointed at him or something. I don't know. But apparently, you know, that's the news that's sweeping Iran at the moment. That's their best attempt at saying that our supreme leader's alive, by the way. Keep in mind, this is the only thing you guys can hear, that the supreme leader is quote unquote alive. That there was some vague meeting in an undisclosed location. Pezeshkian couldn't even see him.
They even gave an excuse for why they haven't played his audio.
Yeah, it was so stupid. It doesn't even make sense.
So the excuse was that, so for like, I'm gonna like, the excuse is that there's technology that you could use if you listen to the audio that will give away your location. Does that technology exist, or that's BS?
No. You can identify who said it, and then off of that, you can try to locate who this person is. But if you're the supreme leader of the Islamic Republic deep in a bunker, it doesn't really matter if no one knows where you are. There's no like records tying you. But like, to me, yeah, they could probably find out, you know, the government could find out where I live and everything like that. Peasy peasy off my voice.
But if they only have your audio and nothing else, can the audio give away your location?
Yeah, there's ways.
There's ways. Okay.
Yeah, because Mujtaba has actually come out and spoken once. There's a public video of him.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
they can link that. There's IP addresses.
IP addresses. No, I'm talking about just the audio, just the sound. You have nothing else. Would you be able to use that? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a way.
Pretty sure you can.
With just the audio? Like, I'm not.
Yeah, you should be able to see to which server that audio was uploaded to, who it was uploaded by.
No. Just the audio. Just the audio. Like, not like, imagine if I cut all connections. There is no connection. No. Okay, so that's what they're saying. They're saying the audio itself has something, because all those other things, there's ways to cut.
There's no way.
You know, yeah. So, for example, if I forget about the file, imagine if I go to Khamenei and just record his voice on a physical, like on a tape or something, and then I come out, and then I leave that area with blindfolds and everything, and then I go upload that, go to my computer and upload it far away from wherever Khamenei was. They're saying in that audio, the sound itself, there's something that the Americans could use to figure out where their location. Okay. No.
Yeah, no way.
So there, yeah, that's their excuse.
Yeah, and it's completely stupid. Oh yes, Taj saw that.
Bobby is saying we are good, but not that good. So that's their new excuse, in case you're wondering.
Perfect.
Saying Americans are really that good. The Jews, maybe the Jews. You know what? But with their sorcery.
But you know, this is off topic. But what you said, if you go to Khamenei and record it on your phone and you took it out, with that you can actually locate where Khamenei is if he didn't move. But yeah, the audio,
not your phone. Let's say cassette tape or whatever. Like, you have a microphone physical device, record, go out with the blindfold, come in with blindfolds, record it, come out with blindfolds, and then give it to somebody else. That person gives it to somebody else. That person gives it to somebody else. And then that person uploads it, digitizes it, and puts it online.
Nope.
Okay.
But hey, maybe like Jewish magic can do it. I think the Jews have some pretty good spells. I think you have the book, right? The Jewish magic book. I think there's probably something in there.
I have multiple.
Guys, we have a reformist politician that came out and said something. And this guy actually, and he's reformist. By reformist, we mean someone who wants to keep the Islamic Republic alive, but just change the branding of it. But it looks like he might be a little bit more reformed than we thought. Mustafa Tajzadeh, who I've actually never heard of before, has called to an immediate halt of the execution of protesters, the protesters that were arrested this year from January. We'll tell you why he's saying this. He's saying executions, regardless of their incompatibility with human rights standards, will not solve any of Iran's problems, nor will they instill fear in people's hearts. So executions are completely useless, Islamic Republic. Stop doing them. You're not making the people scared. And, very funny, it's not compatible with human rights, which is insane of him to say that. Armin, why is this man saying that it won't instill fear in people's hearts? Why is he saying this statement now?
They are trying to provide the false hope and create a sense of options against the current regime and get the Iranian people to pick a segment of the Islamic Republic that is supposed to be different from the people who are executing us.
Supposed to be, right? But it's not, right?
It's not, yes. It's false. Is false opposition, is a fake sense of choice. It's a pressure release valve for the Islamic Republic as a way to try to survive. And the Iranian people do not fall for this. Like, we have been going through this for years, but non-Iranians might, because they haven't seen this.
Exactly. So if you guys read this, you will say, "Oh, there's politicians inside the Islamic Republic who are saying executions are bad. Let's go give them power. Let's go work with those guys." Guys, they're not actually any different. They're lying. They're completely lying. This is 100% a lie. They're saying this in a manipulative way to do what exactly Armin just said, give you a false hope of choice. There is no choice. Okay, those are the major changes and shakeups inside of the Islamic Republic. And with that, I think it's a good time to go into alligrams.
Yay!
So, ladies and gentlemen, with alligrams, this is a section, or let me go. So, alligrams is a section where I go into the Islamic Republic supporters group chats and I grab their messages and show you guys how the temperature is looking like within the regime supporters. Are they discouraged? Are they angry? What's going on? And with the first one here is another one talking about Ghalibaf. So let's bring out the translator here. And this one says, "We, the people, will not waste even a second of our lives for you, the authorities. If we come to the streets, we have been sent by God and for our supreme leader. Please do not attach yourself to the sent people who go out in the streets." This is a regime supporter drawing a distinct line between the reason why he will come out into the streets and support the Islamic Republic. It will not be because Ghalibaf is going to be the de facto leader and calling for people to come out. It's going to be because of God and their ideology and the supreme leader. I haven't seen a comment like this before. Could you break it down for us?
Can I see the Persian?
Of course. So this is just yet again another crack within the supporters of the Islamic Republic. even though they may realize their only way forward to survive in the next uprising of the Iranian people is to band together, they're still talking about, if it's not the supreme leader, I don't want this leader. I don't want Ghalibaf to be the leader. Even if it means their survival, by the way.
Yes. So Ghalibaf basically was suggesting, remember, my interpretation of this was correct yesterday. Because when Ghalibaf yesterday came out and gave this speech, nobody understood what he was saying. Like from our side at least, people were coming up with the wrong analysis, right? This comment shows that the people who were the audience understood it. Like, see, I speak Durka, I speak Jihadi, because for the Jihadi people, it was very obvious what Ghalibaf was doing. But for people our side, like, if I watched like Murad Vaisi, Ghazizadeh, all of these people, they didn't understand what Ghalibaf is saying. But guys, this is what you get from years of spending time with the Jihadi people, like being in the middle of them, because you speak their language. Because this guy, unlike all the analysts, Iranian analysts, this person understood immediately what Ghalibaf is doing. What Ghalibaf was doing in his speech was not trying to demonstrate that they were, winning, anything like after Khamenei was killed. Like, it wasn't a demonstration of force to us. It was a demonstration. It was setting the record straight against the ideological pressure camp, against the Paidari people, against the more, the Jihadi Durka people who are against the negotiations, who are in the streets, who are protesting in the streets every single night. He was saying, like, you guys are in the streets, use the streets against me, mother tuckers. I am the streets. I made the streets. I made the streets. I made the streets that you are now using against me. This was my plan. I did this. So that's what he was saying. And I saw it and I knew I was right about this. And now this comment shows that the anger of these people in response to him shows that I was correct with my analysis. Because so Ghalibaf was the people in the streets were chanting against the negotiations. Ghalibaf came out yesterday and said that I created that because in the hours after Khamenei was killed, the situation was so tense that we needed to secure the country. And I came with this idea of getting the civilian people who are on our side into the streets as a way to stop the enemy, which means us, from doing an uprising and taking over. And he says, I did that. And now the very streets are being used to chant against what I'm doing. And I don't know, the negotiations and the MOU and everything. That was like, he didn't say it exactly like that, but that's what he meant. Now, this person is responding to him. He's saying, we wouldn't be wasting a single second of our life for you officials. So, guys, this is a jihadi person. And he's saying that the Islamic Republic officials, you are wrong. We didn't come out into the streets because of you, Ghalibaf. We wouldn't come in. We wouldn't spend, like, we have been in the streets for hundreds of days. And you think we came out for you? We wouldn't give you a second. Ghalibaf, we wouldn't give you a second. Like, Shama Mas'ulin, Ali, that means you officials. You official guys, when I tell you that the Islamic Republic has close to 0% support, because the jihadi people are saying that they support none of the officials. People think I'm exaggerating when I say that the Islamic Republic right now has close to 0% support. People think I'm exaggerating. But these are the jihadi people. They're saying all of the officials, they wouldn't be wasting. They're saying, if we came to the streets, we came for God. For God. God sent us here. For the sake of our supreme leader, not for you, Ghalibaf.
Yep. Anyways. And Ghalibaf, guys, is the most powerful man in the Islamic Republic at the moment. So it looks like these are the roadblocks he's facing. No matter how much he tries to pull the supporters together, they're just too damn stupid to realize that this is the way forward for them.
That was a good fight. Can you send?
Oh yeah,
can you send that last one to me, because that was a good fight. Ali, you do a great job finding these guys. If you understand what we're saying here, these are like, guys, I truly, usually I say these things and I'm joking, but I truly believe that experts and analysts on Western experts and analysts need to watch our show, and they need to contact
Yes.
us, because they're not getting this level. They're not getting into this level of detail, like bringing these comments out and getting these explanations that I'm giving you. I promise you, I watched their analysis and it never gets this deep. If you understand what we're saying, then nobody gets it at this level of nuance that we're explaining to you.
Yeah. And you guys are going to see this all come to fruition. The next uprising, you're going to see everything that we're showing to you guys here. These are just regular regime supporters. This is what they're saying. If I can find a few of these messages, then I pick one and I show you guys. I'm like, this is something that they're discussing and thinking. This is the next one here. And the translation on my translator here is a bit off, so I'll just put it into Google Translate instead and read that for you guys while Armin reads the Farsi. So this guy's saying, we keep saying that Trump's claims are lies, but then a couple of days later, Araqchi is happily negotiating, smiling in front of the cameras when they come back from talking with the US. And then they sing the praises of the excellent and authoritative agreements that they made with the Americans. Then Iran gets bombed 2 days after that. This guy's frustrated too. I mean, he's being lied to by his own officials. He has to get his truth from Donald Trump. And even after his own government officials come out and say, yeah, we did a great deal, Iran's winning. He's like, why are we getting bombed then? How is this? What are you guys talking about? If we're getting bombed, how are we making a good deal? A lot of them are really confused. And quite frankly, a lot of them are just fighting each other like pretty openly in these forums. At this point, the admins kind of have given up on trying to censor things. Unless it's like really bad, they won't censor it anymore. There's just too many messages. And here we go. Here's our next one. And this one, oh, and my translator completely broke. So let's do the same thing once again. Yes. No attack has been launched. Not yet. They're using all their intelligence and infiltration assets to pinpoint the Supreme Leader's location. The US and Israel know that if they make a mistake and our leadership survives their all-out assault, then the war will just escalate out of control. They can't control the war. So their hesitation from the US and Israel only comes from the fact that they have not yet gotten certain where Mujtaba Khamenei is. Where is Mujtaba Khamenei? Where is his inner circle? Where the leadership? That is the only reason we have not gone back to war. Could be true. Could be true. A lot of speculation going on. Wanted to show you guys this because I want to ask you guys a question. How hard is it to find someone who may not exist? Mujtaba Khamenei might be dead. We might be on a wild goose chase here, finding someone who's already dead. I don't know. But you know who's not dead?
President Trump, he said he's 95% dead, so there's something there.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close. I'll take 95%. And I think we should move on from the Supreme Leader. I think there's a better and bigger target at the moment, a juicier prey. It might be in the name of Ghalibaf, because Ghalibaf, if he gets taken out, that's it. It's game over. Completely game over. We are going ahead to the next stage. Everything's going to be great. These people are still stuck on
I bet you Israelis were getting ready to kill Ghalibaf in this round of military. I bet you.
I mean, yeah, I can see the positives to that. And I was going to say, I really hope, but anyway. YouTube, sorry, didn't say it.
No.
We have our next one. Let's see if the translator works for this. There it goes. Okay. Remember, so this is in a response to Trump calling off the attacks. This guy's saying, remember, guys, remember, regime supporters, be careful. These words are meant to condition us and to make us dependent and, let down our guard. The issue is not whether to attack or not to attack. The region, this is such a garbage translation. Let me put it back. Armin, can you read this for us while I get the
Yes.
Google Translate? It always does this. I need a better translator.
To be fair to the translator, he's misspelling stuff. Instead of باید مواظب باشید, he's writing بیاید مواظب. Okay, so unhighlight it so it's easier to read. Okay. باید مواظب. Okay. No, zoom out. Okay, there we go. باید مواظب باشید. این حرفا برای شرطی سازی و وابسته کردن طرف مقابل است. مسئله این نیست حمله کنم حمله نکنم. باید منطقه رو پاک و مستقل کرد. So he's saying basically we have to be careful. These words that we're talking about, saying that we should attack, we should not attack, we're making it conditional and we're making it based on what they're doing. We should clean this entire region, and we have to bring independence here. So it's not about attacking or not attacking. And he's basically saying we shouldn't be reactionary. We shouldn't be like letting them. We should just go out and clean out this entire region, regardless of what they're doing.
What do you think they mean by clean out?
Like cleanse out the Americans and the Jews from this area.
So just kill everyone. All right, got it. Lovely. Wonderful. And here's our next one by someone named Patio. This person is saying, in regards to sanctions, I agree with you. America should not have sanctioned us. I agree with you, because only some people in the Islamic Republic are corrupt. There's no doubt that sanctions in war are in their favor. These few people at the top of the Islamic Republic, as in we the people suffer because of the sanctions, we normal people. But then the rich, the Islamic Republic corrupt officials, they benefit from it. They don't get really hurt. They also didn't want us to communicate with the world. So instead, they sent their children to enemy countries. For example, communist China and cunning Russia. These are not our friends. This person is directing this towards their own government officials here. And if you want to read this in Farsi, I'm going to go for it. This person is saying that, hey, America sanctioned us, but is America the real enemy? Or is it our own corrupt officials sending their children abroad? They don't have to suffer like we do. The regime, corrupt officials don't suffer like we do. It hurts us regular people.
I mean, yeah, I see some people saying that, but the regime, even if they're still living lavish lives, the sanctions is making it difficult for them for pay to continue maintain control. It's not. I think a lot of. I mean, I see what she's saying, right?
Yeah.
I just think a lot of people don't understand that it's not about like people's like top regime levels lifestyle. Yes, will be luxurious all the time, but that's a fraction of the price of the cost associated with making the machinery of the Islamic Republic keep humming. You know what I mean? That is the main cost. The point of the sanctions is not so that this IRGC leader is not living in a mansion and is living in a studio apartment instead. That is not the point of the sanctions. The point of the sanction, like if you are Iranian and you're like, oh my God, I can't pay for eggs anymore, but the IRGC leader is still living in a big luxurious apartment. So the sanctions didn't work. The sanctions are not supposed to make him also not be able to afford eggs. The sanction is supposed to make him not be able to pay for the machinery of the Islamic Republic, for that to fall apart. That's the point of the sanctions.
Yep. And we have our next one here from Amir with a British flag in his username. Oh, interesting here. Let's see what he has to say. And he's going to tell us in regards to more corruption. So an original post was bank employees have several houses, several cars, billions of dollars. They're corrupt. This guy's saying our case, our condition, what our situation is this. We have never seen Islamic Republic's banking have zero fee loans. There's no zero fee loans. This country is not Islamic at all. Every office you go to, they charge you a fee just to get your card processed. What's left of this country? Who's going to take action? This country is not Islamic at all. And is he the only person saying that? Oof, let's see. We have that person, and we have this person talking about corruption yet again, saying, I wish corruption was just limited to white-collar crimes, like just office crimes. Doctors, with all that income they get from incurable patients, are forced to ask for money without exception for an operation that has no known outcome. It is a human tragedy. There is really nothing left of the Islamic government except its name, its veil, its corruption, its lies, theft, embezzlement. These are two people that I managed to get their messages from. Of there is nothing left of the Islamic Republic. There's nothing Islamic about it. Armin, what? We've seen this before, don't we? What type of people do we see in the Islamic Republic who say the Islamic Republic is not Islamic enough? Oh, you're muted, by the way.
So you're saying what type of people are they?
Yeah.
These are the people that the regime has very masterfully filtered for and brainwashed from the start. So here's something that I only recently started to appreciate. A lot of us grew up in Iran with the Islamic Republic trying to brainwash us, and it didn't work. It backfired. So many of us have turned against the regime. But the most gullible people in the most isolated jihadi environments, the very few, the small percentage of the Iranian people that fall for this, they fall for it hard, right? They fall for it big, right? So we have we have a huge portion of Iran that is extremely anti-Islamic, but we have a minority of Iranian people who have fell for this stuff, and there is no saving them. Like they're so deep. Like I've been in those circles. Like there's no pulling these people out. I mean, I never say never, but it's really, really hard, right? And these people are convinced, that, have been convinced by this propaganda, by this brainwashing to a certain degree, that not even the Islamic Republic can meet their standard of what is acceptable Islamic. Like the Islamic Republic created them, but they have now gone farther even than what the Islamic Republic thinks is, acceptable, right? So the Islamic Republic, you can still control them, but the thing is that in Rick and Morty, there's this robot say like, "What's my purpose?" You say, "You pass butter," right? So the Islamic Republic uses Islam and the ideology as a tool. For these people, they are the tool. They are the Islamic ideology, right? They don't. So there's a difference between the Islamic Republic's infrastructure and the machine. The machine uses, like, imagine you have Islam, and it pours Islam as a fuel into its machine to make the machine keep humming, right? But these people are not using Islam as the tool. These people are the tool. These people are what gets poured into the machine. For them, Islam is the purpose. For a lot of these people, and a lot of people use them. Like there are different segments of IRGC that uses them for when they're needed, right? So you have they are fuel that you pour into the different parts of machinery when then you need the machine to go forward. But you have to be careful because the only thing that these people could do is burn. So the same fuel that you're pouring into the machine so that the machine keeps humming, it could be poured on you and set on fire and burn you alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're unstable.
I mean, they're stable. They could be stable if you contain them and use them when you're needed. But if somebody is against you, they could pour it on you and set you on fire because the only thing they know how to do is burn.
Yeah, this is playing with fire. And that's what Ghalibaf is trying to do at the moment, isn't he?
Yes, exactly.
Ghalibaf is playing with fire. And does he have a choice? I don't know. I don't think so.
By the way, I just came up with that analogy of these people being a fuel that runs the machine and the only thing they know is burn. And if somebody could throw it on you and set you on fire. I just
yeah,
came
that was
up with
pretty good.
That's a pretty good analogy. I'm going to use it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just right now.
All right. So that is our allogram section. We hope you guys liked that one. Let's go back to the map here, and we have a Zarif statement. Armin, who is Mohammad Javad Zarif?
Woo, the most hated man in Iran by all sides. What the second most hated man, I think, in Iran.
So we got some heavy hitters in the Islamic Republic with some statements today. Because Zarif came out today and said, contrary to expectations, Russia and China neither became Iran's allies nor provided meaningful assistance during our two wars. Keeping the Strait of Hormuz closed for too long or exploiting it in the short term will build a global consensus against Iran, even with China on board.
This guy is so dangerous because he sounds, guys, the guy that comes and says, death to America, death to Israel, we will kill Trump. That guy is dangerous. But this guy is more dangerous. The guy that comes and says, like, guys, stop. If we keep doing this in the Strait of Hormuz, it's unreasonable. The whole world is turning against us. That is more dangerous because that is a Durka that sounds like he's making sense.
Yeah.
That is a Durka jihadi end of times destroy America, destroy Israel personality that makes some Americans be like, this guy sounds reasonable. Maybe not all of them are jihadi. That's why the Iranian people hate these motherfuckers more than the mullahs, more than the Khameneis, because they can fool they give the Islamic Republic a chance. They give the Islamic Republic a chance. They are the mask, and that's why they're so hated. Because if it wasn't for these people, the Islamic Republic would have failed decades ago.
Yeah, these are little snakes. So let's give you guys the updated news. Yeah, no offense to snakes. You're absolutely right. Let's give you guys the updated news in the Middle East here. There is some quite interesting things that have happened. And so just going to give you a goofy piece of news first. So Iranian officials, so the IRGC officials, they're saying that, hey guys, we documented a pattern of oil market manipulation that Donald Trump is doing, and we're going to sue him. Good luck. And on to more serious news. Going on into Iraq here. Iraq is very, very desperate to sell its oil. It is the country that has been hurting the most from the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, and it has begged China to buy its oil. China has conceded and is pressured the Islamic Republic to let a single oil tanker from Iraq through because they want to buy that oil. Again, we told you guys a few days ago, China is now bumping up its oil demands. It cut it down when it knew the U.S. was going to strike. Now they can't hold it on. They can't hold on anymore. They have to start buying oil again for their country to function. So they're buying up everything they can. What is that going to do? It's going to encourage high oil prices. It's going to work against Donald Trump. So they're achieving two objectives with one here. Iraq is super desperate. They're actually giving a discount of $25 to $29 a barrel to any company that wants to come in, load up on Iraqi oil, and get it out. That's a $50 or $58 million potential profit on a ship. You just have to take the risk of getting sunk by the Islamic Republic, but you got a $50 million profit here in addition. So
wouldn't that cover like the price of insurance? That would cover the insurance. I know the insurance is very expensive, but that is a huge margin. Is this real?
Yeah. So I don't know if I would take that though. I'll be honest with you. But here's what I will tell you. So these countries are actually, let's go to the Strait of Hormuz here. So in the Strait of Hormuz, the traffic has gone down pretty low. I'll pull this image up for you guys a little bit bigger. Here it is. So obviously you can see right now, far right, that's where we are. Okay, so July 29th, that was 4 days ago. That was last week. And you can see that from June to the end of July, this is the barrels per day. It's roughly just under 10 million barrels per day is the best information we can find. It's a lot lower, obviously, than before the war was, but this is what's keeping oil prices low. And you guys might be thinking, wait, that's actually not too bad. Just under $10 million, 10 million barrels per day on average moving through the Strait of Hormuz is actually not that bad. I went and researched that. The reason why ships are actually able to get oil through is very simple. It has to do with physics. So the Persian Gulf Arab countries have now started using smaller oil tankers with the capacity to carry hundreds of thousands of barrels as opposed to millions. Smaller ships move faster. They're harder to hit by Shahed drones because Shahed drones use GPS coordinates. When you load up a cargo ship, 20,000 containers, 2 million barrels of oil, it's very slow moving in the water. It's weighed down. Smaller ships don't have that problem. They move much faster. And last night got me thinking. Last night, we saw a ship almost get hit by the Islamic Republic, but it didn't. Turns out that ship is not the biggest of classifications. It's actually a little bit smaller, and it had some room for maneuverability. That's why the Shahed drone wasn't able to hit it because of GPS coordinates. So capitalism always finds a way. Capitalism will find a way to compete and achieve the best market conditions. People adapt. All right, so with that, oh man, the Islamic Republic is resorting to human radar. You heard that correctly. The Islamic Republic will now, or has been now, especially in this area west of Iran, putting literal physical people up on mountains, hills, posts, and the like, telling these people, keep your eye on the sky. If you hear sounds of jets, missiles, drones, tell us. These are volunteers of the Basij force. So the same force that comes and kills the people. And they also have some just straight up volunteers who just like to use. So what do they get? They get told, stand up there. Here's a radio, by the way. The radios are not that advanced. They're like older. So you get this radio, act as a human radar. If you hear anything, run. If you hear an announcement over the loudspeakers of our barracks, run. Get off your post, but act as a human radar. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. The situation is real bad. But what ended up happening in Iran that was very bad for real is that people in Sistan, Balochistan are reporting that there is now Fatimiyun members in their cities. Armin, who is Fatimiyun? Oh, you might be muted. You're muted.
So Fatimiyun is the Islamic Republic's Shia proxy from Afghanistan. So if you like Hashd al-Shabi or PMF is the Islamic Republic's Shia proxy in Iraq, Zainab-Yun is in Pakistan, Fatimiyun is in Afghanistan, Hezbollah is in Lebanon, Hamas is the proxy of the Islamic Republic in Gaza, the Houthis are the Islamic Republic's proxy in Yemen. So Fatimiyun is just basically the version of that in Afghanistan.
Yeah. So guys, in this part of Iran right here, the southeast, it looks like from Afghanistan, we've had Fatimiyun members come in. And according to DEJ, this is what they are up to. They're being deployed in strategic cities around Sistan-Balochistan. Sistan-Balochistan, as we've covered for you guys over the past few months, has had almost 30 assassinations of IRGC intelligence officers and Basij and police and etc. It might even be more than 30. I'm not quite sure actually at this point. I have to go back and compile all of them all. The roads are completely blocked off. Key bridges are completely blocked off. Some of these Fatimi members are actually reported to have night vision cameras installed on the sides of roads. So not like the ones that they put on their heads, but they installed them to keep surveillance. And it looks like a lot of the citizens there are reporting that, hey, my town is taking on a more militaristic vibe with these strong and suspicious militia coming in. So those were actually identified to be Fatimi. This is going to be a very piece of bad news for you, ladies and gentlemen, because it looks like if they're bringing in Fatimi, which is one of their terrorist militias, they do it to suppress the Iranian people. And if they're bringing in those, Armin, do you think they could be bringing in other terrorist militias, like from Iraq, Pakistan?
Yeah. This is why the only way to win this is arm the Iranian people. Which I, by the way, gonna have an update for you guys because I got more videos from inside Iran about this. So if you want at some point, I will show you.
Sweet. Let me go to Alaska, of all places, before we go into Iraq itself. Alaska will now be on the direction of Donald Trump, and Texas will be now boosting the United States' oil barrels per day up to 20 million barrels of oil per year, in addition to what we have already. So that's another 50,000 barrels of oil per day. It's going to increase production in California, for example, by 550%. So 5.5 times what California is producing. We're getting that. Texas is going to be going all out. Alaska is going to be going all out. And that's going to be achieved by the end of Trump's term. And it looks like now crude oil is now the second largest U.S. export according to value. From January till May, the United States has exported $61.9 billion worth of crude oil, another $38 billion of petroleum products. So that's $100 billion in 5 months that the United States has made in terms of selling oil. We're really just bumping up the production here. So you can actually see in this picture, gold and crude oil are our two highest exports. So gold was still, now crude oil bumped up to second. Pharmaceuticals are third. But if you combine petroleum products and crude oil, it would be number one by far. Combined number one by far. So let's take a look at where that oil is going, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at Europe. Europe has an impending crisis. Winter is merely a few months away, and the European Union has a big problem on their hands. They're not able to fill up their gas storages as fast as they thought they would. What are they going to do? So the question becomes now, where does Europe get this gas? And the question isn't whether Europe can refill its inventories before winter. I think they can. The question is, who are they going to buy it from, and who do they have to compete with to buy it? I think they're going to compete with Asia. I think Europe and Asia are going to compete, and they're going to be bidding on American oil, which is going to be very profitable for American industries here. And that is why we are seeing a massive bump of production to United States oil, because this oil will be going from here straight to here, or even potentially the other way around to China. The United States is vacuuming up the market share that the Persian Gulf Arab countries are right now unable to fill. Speaking of the United States, there is something that just happened in Cuba. For the 6th time in a row this year, as of yesterday, Cuba experienced a total power failure. Cuba's electrical grid crapped the bed for the 6th time this year. Does anyone know what that means? Cuba regime change is closer than ever, in my opinion. You're having more and more electrical outages in the entirety of Cuba, and they're happening more often. The time between them are shrinking. The infrastructure of Cuba is going down at an astronomical rate. 6 complete failures this year. That's like 1 every month almost. They're not doing so well. And we know that the CIA has been crawling all over that area recently. So let's see what happens soon. Can I give you guys? Yeah, I can give you guys this. And then we can go into what you wanted to show. Armin, what's Karbala? What is the significance of Karbala, a city in Iraq? Why is it important?
Oh my God, where do I start? Oh my God. Okay, Karbala, I'll give you 2 lines, okay? Karbala is the most important place for Shia Muslim, the most important place on earth. It's not the Kaaba in Mecca, it's Karbala, the most important place on earth and the main place where Shias would want to go on a pilgrimage on. They worship that place. They would never, like, if Shias had the choice between going to the Kaaba for Hajj or Karbala for pilgrimage, 10 out of 10 times they would choose Karbala. But eventually they have to do the Hajj as well because it's a religious duty. But again, I could speak for hours about Karbala, but just keep that in mind. Yeah.
So that's the religious holy city of Shia Islam. Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, we'll start off the clips. They get increasingly better or worse. It depends on what you think. But let's start off with this one. So there is a trash can with Donald Trump and Mohammed bin Salman, the leader of Saudi Arabia, and people are just smacking it as they go by, and they're using it to gather up trash. So we're starting it off pretty intensely, I think, at the moment. Not sure if Saudi Arabians or Sunni Muslims around the world are going to be too happy about that one, but just wait. Ladies and gentlemen, we have... Sorry, what'd you say?
Sunni Muslims won't mind. Sunni Muslims hate him as well.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Guys, we have a clash. We have a clash. Let's hear what they're saying. Allahu Akbar, they say. On the right side, ladies and gentlemen, your first contestant out of the blue corner or the black corner, or the Islamic Republic supporters from Iran. And on your left side here, as you can see in the other black corner, are your, where are they? Iranian Shiite cleric Sadiq Shirazi supporters.
So Shirazi cleric is another marja, which is a competitor to Khamenei. So you know how you guys hear about Sistani as a marja and Ali Khamenei was a marja, but Shirazi is another marja who are in love, by the way. These Shias are in love with the British crown for some goddamn reason. They love the king and queen in the UK. All right. So these are Shirazi Shia followers. So no Shirazi, no connection to the city of Shiraz. It's just the name of the mullah, the chief mullah in that they follow. And the Islamic Republic hates them. Guys, this is Shia versus Shia violence. And it's even the same, and they're even all 12 are Shia, right? So you know how in Shia Islam, so a lot of people say, okay, in Islam there's fight, it's Shia versus Sunni. Like, okay, yes, but there's also Sunni versus Sunni and Shia versus Shia. And they're like, oh, okay. So Shiaism has multiple different version of Shia Islam. We have 12 Shia Islam, we have Ismaili, we have Alawites, we have Zaydis. So they're fighting against each other. And like, yes, but even among 12 Shia Islams, there's different sects. In 12 Shia Islams, we have the Vilayat Faqih people following Khamenei. We have the Sistani people who follow Sistani, and then we have these other people who follow. Well, those are the Khamenei people. But then you have these other people who follow Shirazi. So that fight that you saw, and I have also other footage of this. Police got like was they were all Muslim, they were all Shia, they were also all 12 Shia Muslim, but they had different marjas, and that's why they were hitting each other.
Oh my God! This is all they know. Yeah, it's just violence. Yes. All they know. Even the police officers are fighting each other. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure we can maintain, and reach some sort of deal with these people. Yeah.
No, this is not in Iran, guys. This is in Karbala.
This is in Iraq.
This is in Iran.
The
Shirazi guys, the Shirazi Shias are not allowed in Iran. Like, they will be considered traitors, and they will be dealt with like if Shirazi Shias are illegal in Iran. Like, they will be clashing down upon them. So this is not in Iran. This is in Iraq.
Yeah, this is in Iraq. These are Islamic Republic supporters who went to Iraq. They go with Mujtaba Khamenei and Ali Khamenei's picture. They hold up the Islamic Republic flag. I mean, they look sweaty to me. I'm not sure how. Armin, I think we've both been in mosques. What does a mosque smell like?
Feet, dirty feet.
It smells like feet. Yeah, it smells like sweat and feet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
But
it's pretty bad.
But here, let me show you. So, guys, they all look like each other, but they're different. So these are they support the Shirazi guy, okay? And then on the other side, the people who are holding Khamenei's picture, they're against the people who are against the Shirazi guy, right? And then eventually they were fighting. And then the police got involved. So they're chanting Khamenei against the people. When they're chanting for Khamenei, they're chanting against the people who are pro-Shirazi, okay? By the way, guys, Imam Tawhidi, he's with the Shirazi people. Don't trust that guy, okay? Don't trust any mullah. So just because you have some Shias, 12 Shias who are against Khamenei, that doesn't mean they're on our side. They're supporting a different marja, but they're still the same thing. Look at it. So they're fighting. Fighting. And you see that guy? That guy is the police with the baton.
The stick.
So the police is outnumbered. Yes.
I mean, good luck to both sides here. Smack them up.
Fight. So I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but it's just fighting against each other. Yes.
Good luck to both sides, really. They can beat each other up for as much as I care. Speaking of another side, in Iran this time, two sides that can beat each other up for all I care as well. We have the Kurds, who have once again decided to be a nuisance to the IRGC here. So Fars News, which is Islamic Republic state media associated with the IRGC, said, yeah, PJAK fighters attacked us. They attacked an army base in Iran, and they killed a soldier, wounded another one, because they launched 2 drones and an RPG at us. And in response, the Islamic Republic sent in its commandos, and they killed 16 Kurdish fighters and kidnapped more. So these clashes on the border are still happening, not only between the southeast portion of the freedom fighters in Iran, the Baluchis, the Sistan Balochistan people, but also on the northwest and western side between the Kurdish separatists and the IRGC. So those are the two ongoing clashes that we've seen in the last couple months, in addition to the United States and Israel pounding the doors. That's that. And if anyone was wondering, hey, Karg Island, whatever happened to Karg Island? What happened to all the pressure building up in the wells of oil that they're going to break down their engineering and all of that? Yeah, so another update for you guys. This is the third update this week. More and more oil tankers are parking off the coast of Karg Island to act as floating oil storage. That's why the oil wells haven't blown up from internal pressure. It's because they're actually able to put oil on these ships that just park out and wait. In addition to other ships that want to buy oil from the Islamic Republic. And with that, I believe I have given you everything that has happened. Oh, yes, we do have time for this because it'll take a minute. Let's go all the way to Oman.
I have something new, by the way. Big is something.
Sweet.
I got some more videos from inside Iran.
I'll do this real quick then. Do you guys remember what the Ocean Trader is? The Ocean Trader is the ship that the Special Forces, Delta Force, use. And they used it to kidnap Nicolas Maduro. This ship was seen 3 weeks ago in this port off the coast of Oman before it started traveling this way towards Iran and turned off its transponder. That was a few weeks ago. So it's been in the area. Well, once again, it had to show up and get resupplied. And we were able to see that a C-5 tanker, a cargo ship from the United States Air Force, actually took off from Alaska, went to Tokyo, then to Qatar, and then Okinawa again in Japan, and then brought something to Oman for the Ocean Trader. We don't know what it is, but very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. What did the Delta Force need that this tanker had to go around the world from Japan to Alaska and gather for them? Some things are happening behind the scenes. And with that, whatever you want to share, go for it.
Okay. So, guys, remember the Arm Us campaign? I got a couple of more videos sent to me from inside Iran that we need to share because the Iranian people are asking to be armed. And this is the most recent video I just posted on X. And I want you guys to please share this. So this is Iranian people because they already did a major uprising. The regime is still standing. The Americans and Israelis have attacked. So far, the regime is still standing. The next phase is to get the Iranian people to arm themselves. And you can see, to help the Iranian people arm themselves. And you can see from the sign. Let me play the video. Again, we're not saying what the Iranian people should do. Okay, let me be clear, okay, for legal reasons, okay? We're not advocating for anything. We're just supporting people's rights to arm themselves, right? Just like in United States. And whatever they do is like a different discussion, right? We're just reporting the news from inside Iran. These videos were sent directly to me on Telegram from inside Iran. And I'm just delivering to you guys the message, okay? And so you can see from the sign that this is inside Iran. And he's in public, in daylight, showing this. And you can see he printed this, Arm Us with the lion and sun flag. And this was from inside Iran. It looks somewhere in a park. And you can see from the reason why he put it there, having that sign in the background, because you could see it's Persian, so you could tell that this is from inside Iran. Again, one more time, I put the link to this post in the chat, and I request, I really would want to encourage you guys to please go and repost this. It's really important. This is this is in daylight. He went and recorded this in daylight. This is very dangerous. And he took a huge risk. This video gets you the death penalty. This video, and he did it publicly outside just to be able to get that message out there. So hopefully you guys, given that he contributed this much to fight for liberty, I ask you to just spend half a second, please, and just go repost this. I have more videos like this that was sent to me on Telegram, and I'm going to share those with you. I'll post this one first. I'm going to put some time between them so I don't post them all at the same time. But I do ask you to please, one more time, I'll put the link in the chat. Thank you.
I just reposted it, quoted it.
Thank you.
This is very tangible stuff. Because if we can build this narrative and make it a bigger thing, it becomes a lot easier for people to actually get weapons to the Iranian people.
Somebody saying, Armin, don't say dude's name. I didn't say the dude's name. What are you talking about? When did I say that?
Yeah, I didn't hear a name here.
I don't even know his name. He sent it to me on Telegram. I didn't even check the name.
Thank you for doing that, by the way.
Oh, no worries.
How does it feel, Armin, to have been vetted by an intelligence agency at this point? I mean, if Mark Levin's retweeting it, you know, you've been a force, you know, someone's taken a look at you, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. Kind of scary, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. If I'm on anyone's list, I'm probably on anyone's list, I'm probably on IRGC's list as well. So that's kind of concerning.
According to the Islamic Republic affiliated channels and some Israeli channels and some Russian channels, there are explosions in northern Kuwait. Let's wait for some confirmation on that, though. Oh man, oof! If that's true, that would be insane. Let's wait for that for a second. And with that, our first super chat is from Ghalibov. Ghalibov saying, "Hello, Armin and the infiltrator Ali." Yeah, no one stopped me at this point. They don't know I'm among them. And Ghalibov also said, "I hope, Ali." Not sure what exactly he's hoping for, the scoundrel, but thank you for the super chat, Ghalibov.
Thank you.
Very appreciated. Oh, as in the last chance. Okay. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. And Fizz Industist is also saying, hopefully this is the last chance. Absolutely. The last chance before decapitation.
Finestra was like in the chat saying, she was saying, sure, yes, last chance again. Because we heard last chance many times. One of these last chances is going to actually end up being the last chance. One of these last chances.
True. Thank you, Fizz Andricist, for also Ghalibov, were you super chatting in my chat?
No.
Just put it in the.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. Dang it! He was helping you. I can't believe this.
But he was helping me so much, but I still lost. I was so close. I was like an 8, and then you got to 10. I was ahead of you at first. I know who helped you. It's Fizz that betrayed me. Fizz was like got you to the finish line. I don't know why. I was so good to Fizz.
And our next super chat comes from Ghalibov again, saying does well on his target. Does well on his target. Wait, what does this mean? Who is it referring to? Ghalibov, you're so weaselly.
He was just trying. No, he was just trying to help me get to my goal. That's why he was just breaking up pieces. Yes.
Yeah, I see. So underhanded. Thank you for the super chat. And Channel, thank you for the jewels.
Thank
Joanne with the super chat saying, kicking off the super chat race. Ali's turn today.
Wow.
Love you both, though.
So, okay, so Joanne, hopefully tomorrow you're going to come and contribute on my side again, given that today you were on Ali's side. Yes. Tomorrow's my turn, Joanne. Remember, help out.
No, Joanne.
Guys, for tomorrow, if Ali loses, I know how to make him say something that will make him suffer.
No, let's not do that. You know what? Tomorrow, guys, I promise, if I win, I'll make him actually say something that will hurt him. So, thank you, Joanne. And Qalibov once again saying, and it's a close on the. This is wow! I can't believe this. He's not even finishing his sentences, so he can say
Qalibov was trying to get me to go. Thank you.
That's insane.
I love
Qalibov. Thank you. And Justin saying, I just simply don't believe Trump anymore on this. I won't stop thinking a deal is the goal until I hear Qalibov is gone. Until then, everything that is done and said to get Islamic Republic is to sign a deal. That's actually a good point. Until Qalibov is gone, the possibility for Donald Trump to be the negotiator in chief is still there. For him to make a deal is still there. Qalibov being eliminated means no deal is possible. That's a great point, Justin. Thank you for the super chat. And our next one is from Fleshy Interloper saying, way too many chances. Who has the power to surrender? No one. Qalibov's trying to get.
Yeah, even if Qalibov wants to surrender, he doesn't have the full power. He has the highest power, but he doesn't have full power, so nobody can surrender.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Qalibov's trying to get that power to become the guy who can actually do things, but you can see, right? He would want to negotiate. Can he even open the strait? No. The IRGC are still hitting the ships. So it's just, yeah. Oof. Thank you, Fleshy Interloper. Great point. Thank you, Navy Mom and Jalestras for the gems. Qalibov, it's you again. He's finishing his sentences here, saying super chats. Wow.
You were getting so close.
I don't know. Damn. And thank you for that. Carolyn, Texas says, today, Team Ali, win-win either way. Guys, true. It's a win either way, so just stay right where you are, Carolyn, Texas.
That's not true. It's not win-win. It's a loss for me. What are you talking about, Carolyn? Come back. Win-win either way.
Thank you, Carolyn. And Fizz Andrews says, for Ali to beat the Armin Fidel.
Wow. Look at this infidel what are you Muslim now, Fizz Andrews? Like this is anti-infidel hate. This is infidelophobia. This is Islamic discrimination against infidels.
I would never say that to you. Thank you, Fizz. Thank you, Fizz Andrews, for the super chat. And it looks like it helped. And Fleshy Interloper saying, are we behind in the super chat race? No. We won.
Why are you Fleshy? Why did you abandon me? God damn it. See?
Thank you very much.
Fine Stars is with me still, even though I don't pronounce it.
Oh, what the heck? I thought you hated Armin. What the heck?
Why would he hate me? What the hell? Justin was with me since morning. We have a thing. Me and Justin. Oh, fine Stars.
Do what you did yesterday. Come back to my channel, send your super chats, then go back to watch the stream on Armin's channel.
I pay attention to her. I highlight her comments. I respond to her. So that's why she came back over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So wait, right before we read this, remember I told you guys there was unconfirmed reports on strikes on Kuwait. So now Shin is also reporting this. So we're just waiting on the Kuwaiti Ministry of Defense for their official statement to come out. They always do it. And then it turns out, what happens? Yesterday, Donald Trump says, we're talking to them, we're calling off the strikes. Then boom, they hit a ship. Today, Donald Trump's like, yeah, we're talking to them. We're going to open up the strait tomorrow. Boom, Kuwait gets hit again. I don't know.
Seems like we're gonna get a deal anytime. Ali, we should go back to your sarcasm. It seems like we're gonna get to a deal very soon.
I stopped saying that because people thought I was serious at that time. Because to me, it's always been impossible.
Negotiation. Yes, very productive negotiations happening right now.
And Justin is saying, and don't for a second put it past Trump to agree to protect the survival of the Islamic Republic, presuming they agree to the rest of his parameters from Pahlavi and the Iranian people in order to get his deal. That I don't know. I agreed with your last super chat, but this one I'm not sure. I highly doubt it. Whether Trump supports them or not is not really going to change the fact that the Iranian people are going to come out again and free themselves. I don't see Trump as being on the losing side of that. Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, I think President Trump would want to, if even if you're just right that President Trump really wants a deal, then honestly the best historic legendary deal would be a deal with the newly formed government of the Iranian people by the people. That would be the most legendary deal.
Yep. Thank you, Justin, for the super chat, who also said he likes me, he loves me too, but he just supports you more. That's fine.
Yes, but Armin.
And Ghalibaf Profile Picture says, love you both, but
yes,
but
oh.
Armin to win. Thank you.
I love my Ghalibaf, guys. I love you too, Ghalibaf. Never thought I would say that in my life.
See, Steve? See? Steve Moretz, is he in the chat? He always gets on you for being like, oh, he's talking about Ghalibaf. Armin's talking about Ghalibaf and praising him.
Hey, this is our Ghalibaf, different kind of Ghalibaf.
And our next super chat is from Joanne saying, I have a feeling that the uprising is coming very soon. We have no way of knowing exactly when, but you're right. In the grand scheme of things, it's very soon. It's very close. Thank you so much, Joanne. Oh, yeah. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Look at this. This is how you won. No. Fizentis is like just going 8, 9, 10. And like, how's that? That's not even a win. He didn't even have anything to say. He's just putting numbers.
Ghalibaf was saying incoherent sentences and finishing them in multiple super chats.
At least there were sentences rather than just counting.
I don't know. He's saying, I learned my lesson yesterday. Too many words on my super chat cost Addy. Oh, I got some big-brained people in my chat.
Sheep.
Wow, that is awesome.
Sheep, you're getting
That's
sheep.
actually really cool. Thank you. Thank you, Physendricist.
This is fraud.
Let me check the news again real quick. We still don't have a confirmed Ministry of Defense report from Kuwait on this explosion. I also don't know what it would hit. I mean, there's two options, right? There's U.S. military bases in Kuwait, and there's the power plants that they've also struck. Those are the two targets that we've seen so far. So it's probably one of those two. And our next super chat is from Miss Hypnotic saying, keep up the good work, guys. Love you both.
Thank you.
Thank you. And there's no buts in this one. Thank you, Miss Hypnotic. Appreciate
nice butts. Thank you.
And our next super chat is from, also,
this is
thank you for 10.
10.
That was the winner. And our next super chat, again, from Joanne saying confetti. There we go. We did it.
This is when you made it. Yes.
2-2. Thank you so much, guys. And AP Moto Arts is saying a good deal equals give up the dust, and a bad deal equals planes of cash. A hard deal equals Islamic Republic in pain, and a no deal equals surrender. Trump is at the hard deal phase, which is Islamic Republic is in pain.
Oh.
Have patience, boys. Javid Shah.
So yeah, we started. So basically, he's saying we're making progress. We had a good deal
with a bad deal.
Okay, bad deal.
We started with the planes of cash.
And hard deal. Eventually, we're going to get a surrender. So we're making progress.
All right. Thanks, AP Moto Arts, for the super chat.
And the optimism.
Yes. Thank you very much. And Roman Cabbage saying the ALC supports Armin against Alibaba. P.S. Hi, wifey.
Oh.
Is he using our super chat?
Yes. Hi, Roman Cabbage's wife. And Roman Cabbage's wife, your husband is cheating on you because he's a member of ALC. That's Armin's Love Club. I don't know what they're doing over there. So make sure you figure out what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing in the ALC, but you better look into it. But no, don't look into it. I'm just kidding. Thank you for the super chat.
Actually, Alibaba's channel would never out you like that in front of your wife. I mean, that's humiliating.
No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. I love you. I just realized that he's on my side. What the hell?
Absolutely. And
oh, look at this. I was saying I am his wifey, and I'm in the club myself. He's very loyal. Okay.
Okay.
Don't know what's happening there, but okay.
And our next super chat is from Bill Kennedy saying weapons smuggled to people for months, jailbreak soon. Ooh. Yeah, it's been going on for a while, in my opinion. I was thinking to myself, why wouldn't you just start after the war, after the 40-day war? Why wouldn't you just begin right there and then to arm the Iranian people? You had to plan this, It's an operation. There's logistical planning, bribes, routes, etc. It doesn't just happen all of a sudden. So yeah. Thank you, Bill Kennedy, for that excellent super chat. And thank you, Crane Financial Literacy, for your support.
Thank you so much.
Very much appreciated.
And for your educational material in your channel.
Yes. Alibaf says, sorry, Ali, but I need more tips from Armin on what to do next. Oh.
Yes, see, that's what's happening.
Okay, that makes sense.
That all makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Thank you. And thank you, Kalibaf profile picture. And Miss Hypnotic says, Reza, he looks like Gonzo. That's an insult. I don't know who Gonzo is, but that's an insult to Gonzo. He looks like the trash monster from Sesame Street, in my opinion. Oh, I guess it wasn't just one drone that hit Kuwait. It must be multiple.
Gonzo's the Muppets, apparently.
Ah. Thank you, Miss Hypnotic, for the super chat. Appreciate you. It's nice remembering the names of people. Like, for some reason, I don't forget. Like, I know how long they've been here. Information just sticks in my head. And our next super chat is from Sarah Ocean. Says, laying off super chats, but still here and love you both. Thank you, Sarah.
Excuses. You betrayed me today, Sarah. I'm not buying that.
Thank you so much for still showing up.
Tomorrow. Make me win tomorrow, and then I'll buy it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love you guys. Guys, I hope you guys know that we're like we're joking around here.
Yeah, we're just joking around. Thank you so much, Sarah. We know you're always there. And wait, what is this from? Oh, it was just that one. Because you've been doing this for 2 months, Ali. Haha. Yeah, so what? I have people calling me the new guy all the time.
He likes being the new guy.
I'm the new guy.
See? I knew it. We're going to keep saying this 5 years from now. We're going to keep calling him the new guy.
True. The OGs are going to know in the future. And our next super chat is from Newsbren saying, my reflection is that we are still monkeys with culture and technology. The best for the planet is extinction. Only selfishness, wars, and destruction. We did not evolve. Dang. Newsbren would like to see us wiped out.
First of all, we are doing better than ever. Poverty has dropped. Violence has dropped. child mortality has dropped, disease has dropped, access to healthcare has increased to historical highs, access to food, clean water, medicine is at the highest that it has ever been in our history. So we are making so much progress at a rate that is unbelievable. We're living at the best of times, at the best of times. The only reason why it doesn't look like that is because we now have access to the news, and the news, bad news is more interesting than good news. Nobody, like most people are not going to be interested in being like, hey, this city had another great productive year of amazing construction compared to last year. Like people are going to be like, okay. But then like, oh, that thing over there blew up. Or like, oh my God, that's what people want to watch. So you get a sense that following the news makes you feel like the whole world is on fire. But if you actually look at data, you can see that the chances of people dying from violence has never been as low as it has been right now. Everything is better. Everything is better. Like the lives that we're living, it's an understatement to say that based on like during our 10,000 years of civilization, if I say we're living like kings, that's not accurate. Kings would be jealous of the lives that middle class and even poor people today are living lives that kings, through 10,000 years of civilization, kings would be looking at the lives of our poor people and they would be jealous of it. We're not living lives of kings. We're living the lives of gods. If people back in history looked at how we live today, they would think that we're living like gods, not kings. So we're making a lot of progress. And also, when it comes to evolution, monkeys are not behind us in evolution. Every living thing is at the latest stages of evolution. Everybody behind us is dead. Every single animal or living thing that is behind on the evolution ladder has gone extinct. Everything that is alive right now, it's at the highest, it's at the latest end of evolution. So just because we're smarter, that doesn't mean that we have evolved more than monkeys. Every monkey that is alive is at the same level of evolution as humans. Every single bacteria, fish, tree that is alive is at the latest stage of evolution. The people that haven't evolved as much as we have are extinct. That's how you measure. You don't measure the level of evolution based on how smart you are. You measure it based on whether you're alive or dead.
That's a good point. That we're the latest stage of, everyone's in the latest stage of their evolution. I like that.
Yes. So and monkeys are just as evolved as we are. Yeah.
And thank you, Newsbren, for the super chat.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Oh, you know what? Actually, if you want us to be wiped out, all you got to do is support the Islamic Republic. They will get a nuclear weapon, and we'll get there real fast. And our next super chat is from Justin, saying any quote-unquote data being transmitted can be tracked. Not any, but a lot of it, especially now with a device that has a GPS or like a phone. Yeah, data on phones can be tracked. But if Armin was taking an old camcorder, the best you could do is probably determine how long ago the audio was taken through uploading it into a digital program and seeing that. But yeah, you can't really find out where they are. But thank you for the super chat. And I think that's what Justin was talking about. So yeah. Our next one is from Boboism, saying suicidal empathy, dying to be kind.
It's always good to be kind, but it's not kind to support toxic ideas and harmful ideologies. Like people think like, oh, the people are being too kind. They're being too kind to people with bad ideas. I don't think they're being kind. I think they're being unkind. Spreading ideas and being tolerant of ideas that harms civilization, reduces well-being in society, that is against liberty, is unkind. It's not kind. It looks like kindness, but it's being unkind. But I agree.
Thank you, Boboism. Been a kind supporter all this time. And CJ.
Yes. Thank you for your kindness.
Thank you for your kindness. And CJ is saying, Ali, your point earlier is so important. There are many neighbors of Iran that want to keep the status quo and don't want it to become prosperous. Yeah. Makes sense. If Iran becomes free and prosperous, they get a smaller share of what they have already.
I don't think that's true. I think if Iran becomes prosperous, they will also become more prosperous. It's just the politicians some politicians, it will go against the interest of some leaders over there. But when it comes to the nation itself, a free, prosperous Iran is good for everybody. Everybody. It might be against the wishes of some of the leaders of those countries, but when it comes to the nation, the people themselves, a prosperous Iran makes the whole region prosperous. Everybody around there would be more prosperous. It will be safer. Yes. So Fine Stars is saying it will be safer. Safer means more stability. Stability means more investments and economic growth. More stability and economic growth means more prosperity for more people.
I disagree on some countries. I don't think Qatar will become more prosperous. I think this is the peak at which Qatar is at.
I mean, if you're focusing only on gas, then maybe. But I think that
Qatar all their money.
Is too reliant. Yeah, but they're too reliant on it. That's all your eggs in one basket. They shouldn't be that reliant on gas.
They should not.
They should be more reliant on, you know what they should be more reliant on? A free, prosperous Iran that is growing with millions of Iranians being rich, and being next to a rich country makes you rich. If you invest with them, if you trade with them, if you diversify with them.
And that would require, yes, exactly. Diversify with them and work with them. That would require the current governments to change a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So it would be against the interest of the leaders of these countries for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it wouldn't be against the interest of the people living there if they know what's good for them.
Yeah. We're going to have a huge shakeup. The people of those countries are going to look at us in the future and be like, why can't we have that? And that's going to start a whole tidal wave. Thank you, CJ, for the super chat. Appreciate that very much. And GSB says, great job, guys. Armin is super funny and Ali is super informative. Which one would you rather be, Armin?
What? Wait, what? Hey, what the hell? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to be informative.
No, it's funny.
I failed successfully.
Yeah, I'm the informative one.
Wow. Okay.
No,
okay.
That's super.
Well, Ali, you just keep talking with your facts while I entertain people. Yeah.
Apparently, according to GSB, you're just here for comedic relief.
Show. Yeah. Okay. Just a clown of the show, apparently.
Thank you, GSB, for the super chat. It's funny. And Ariana Persia. Okay, Armin, pay attention.
Oh, okay.
Ariana Persia says, despite a strong disposition towards a united multi-ethnic Iran, how do we ensure that a shared national identity sustains enduring legitimacy to prevent inclinations towards secessionist tendencies? Okay, let me decipher that real quick. All right. So even though Iranians want a united Iran, and there's a lot of ethnicities in Iran, what's going to stop them from going towards secessionist ideals instead of only being Iranian? So these Kurdish separatists, maybe some Baluchi separatists, maybe other people want to, Azerbaijan want to separate. I don't know. How do we make sure that they want to stay united and part of Iran and they see themselves as Iranian first? Make it cool, is my opinion.
Okay. So first and foremost, equal individual rights for all Iranian citizens. That's a given, right? Second, regional but not ethnic, some level of regional but not ethnic autonomy. Some level. Right? So provincial governments will be able to set their own budgets and make their own decisions on what money gets spent on without the central federal government, central government making those decisions for them. But this will be because of their geographics, not because of their ethnicity. But some level of autonomy and self-governance should be able to be given. But this governance and self-governance and autonomy will not be tax collection, would not be different foreign policies, and will not be IDs, separate IDs that could function as a separate passport. These are not going to be given. You're not, and also you're not going to have your own regional armies. The army of the country is one army. So no regional armies, no separate foreign policy, no ID separate from the passport of the country that could work as travel documents. And what was the other one? No tax collection separate from the central government tax collection. But other than that, you should have your own decision-making, budget allocation, and decision-making on what gets spent on your province. Your decision. So some region. Then, other than that, another thing you do is that you include in schools in each province language classes. You don't teach math and chemistry and biology. All will be taught in Persian because you want to make sure that the children in these provinces are hireable all across Iran, not just in their province. So that should be in Persian. However, as a way to support and encourage the local language and culture, you will have language classes in addition, but not in replacement of the Persian classes that promotes the local culture and language in each province. You don't replace, everything will be in Persian, but there will be government money spent on including classes that promotes the culture and language of that region. These are the things you do.
That's very similar to the United States, some of those ideas there. And great question, Ariana. That's a great answer. Yeah, it's a great answer. There's gonna be some problems with the budget there if the states can't tax, but then the federal government is the only one. Because then the regions, the provinces in Iran are gonna have to justify why they need a bigger budget than the province next to them. Some areas, it'll be easier to prove that than others, but yeah.
Also, guys, here's one thing you tell the separatists. Okay, this is the best argument that I've seen. I mean, I created it. Okay, this is the best argument I've used against separatists that actually convince some separatists to lower their guards, right? So whether it's an Azeri separatist or a Kurdish separatist or a Baluchi separatist or an Arab separatist, I tell them, why are you thinking so small? You're like, if you say Kurdistan belongs to us, I'm like, just Kurdistan? Think bigger. You're Iranian. It's not just Kurdistan that belongs to you. Tehran belongs to you. Khuzestan belongs to you. Baluchistan belongs to you. Fars belongs to you. Mazandaran belongs to you. Why are you limiting yourself? You're Iranian. Iran belongs to you, not just Kurdistan. That has been one of the most effective lines that I've used against the separatists.
Nice. And great question, Aryan. Thank you as always. Our next super chat is from Sam Banano, saying, what in the Allah Akbar jihad is going on with the regime remnants, douche canoes? Khak to Sadishan.
Good one. Oh my God. It's Uncle Jeff. I hope I miss him. Yes.
Do you see how bad of a decision they have to make on the daily? They there's no like really good decision they can make to solve their problems. It's just kind of mitigating damage. And I think putting Rezai at the head of the Security Council, taking Zolgad out, is going to be a big mistake for them. Good thing
I don't know
for
if
us.
it's a big mistake. I think Ali, as much as we make fun of them, like, oh my God, you remove Zolgad and you put Rezai. Rezai is a clown, a controllable clown. Zolgad, you're like, Zolgad is so much more able. That is the problem. That is the problem. Yet Rezai is a puppet. He makes more sense there. Yeah.
So I want to ask you, is that, because that's the supreme leader thing, and Ghalibaf is pretty much abusing the supreme leader's office. Is that a Ghalibaf move to put Rezai up there?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. Thank you, Sam Bonanno, for the super chat. Very much agree. And Clearyism saying Christians and Jews are fighting against Muslims. What's the common denominator? Muslims?
So I think patriotism. And it's not Christians and Jews. It's Christian, Jews, atheists, and patriots. And they're not fighting against Muslims. They're fighting against Islam. I think patriots are fighting against Islam, the Islamization of their society. And the common denominator is liberty, the forces of liberty against the forces of tyranny. That's the common denominator.
Thank you for the super chat, Clearyism.
Thank you.
And Fenestras is saying, I'm sorry you lost, Armin. The salty people were rooting for you. Better luck next time.
That's why I love the salty people. My people, like you. I thought my people, but I support the salty people. We always need some
lame super chat.
Thank you.
Lame super chat, Fenestras. Thank you for that.
Do all the salty people support me? Is in server? I don't know. In server, do you support me? Is he here? Are you the queen of the salty people? The queen of the salt? The salt queen. Yes.
Absolutely.
That's your new nickname.
Thank you, Gas Control, for the jewels. And our next super chat is from Tractor, saying the United States Venezuela oil replaces Middle East. The plan. It's looking like it. Yeah, it's looking like that for sure. Given the fact that oil shipping traffic in the Strait of Hormuz is not going to go back to normal for a while, because insurance companies are not going to lower their premium for a while. Danger, unsafety, uncertainty is going to stick around for these capitalists. Yeah, the U.S. is vacuuming up that market share, and they are making money. They made $100 billion in 5 months from selling oil. You're right. And thank you, Tractor, for that super chat.
Oh,
Rooster says, so who won the race today?
Just today.
Yeah, that'd be me. We're tied. Yeah, I was losing 2 days in a row. I got kind of scared. I was like, but anyway, we're back. And thank you, Rooster, for the super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Clearyism, for the jewels. And Hamid Jaffari with the super chat saying, Iran and Israel are in the middle of the most terrorist region in the world, but no one cares. Trump becomes the IRGC's saving angel, and Europe thinks about Gaza. How effing ridiculous.
I mean, Trump did hit the IRGC harder than anyone else has ever, so I don't know if that's fair. Like, save from what? From himself? He has. I mean, yes, I agree with. I see that we wanted more, but it's not up to us. And at the end of the day, Trump already has hit the IRGC more. Like, can you tell me who has hit the IRGC? Like, was this even the level of damage to IRGC? Would that have been possible without President Trump in power? I think calling it the saving angel of IRGC is very unfair, very unfair. I mean, I have so many criticism for President Trump, but that's unfair. Yeah, see, even the Salt Queen is like, you're going to. Even the Salt Queen is like, let's be honest, Vance is their saving angel. There you go. When the Salt Queen thinks you have gone too far, then Hamid, I love you, but you've gone too far.
And thank you for the super chat there. I have an idea. So remember when I told you guys Kuwait just got hit by a drone? I mean, what if it wasn't the Islamic Republic that actually used that drone? What if it still was a Shahed drone, but it came from the Iraqi militias?
To Kuwait?
Yeah.
This is the greatest nightmare of the Kuwaiti people. They're like, oh my God, here we go again. Iraqi invasion of Kuwait. Like this, they're gonna have flashbacks.
Yeah.
They're gonna like, oh my God, this is like trauma. The Kuwaiti people have PTSD from the Iraqi attack.
Yeah. So if the Iraqi militia just struck Kuwait and struck a US base in Kuwait or a power plant, that's enough grounds for the US to go after this Iraqi militia. And because the Iraqi militia was using a Shahed drone, it's IRGC-backed. So the IRGC loses yet again, another militia, gets more pressure on it, and is forced to abandon this deal. We've seen that happen a few times as well.
Yeah. You know, Kuwait is always always at the danger of it, you know, it faces dangers, attacks from Iraq. Like they're always in a vulnerable position that at some point Iraq will, like, attacks from Iraq to Kuwait will happen. Because Iraq has whoever has guns in Iraq will always be motivated to attack Kuwait, because Iraq's access to water is so limited that whoever is the militia in Iraq or Saddam or what, at some point they're gonna get motivated to get more land there by taking over Kuwait. Always.
Yeah, absolutely correct. That was the reason Saddam gave to invade Kuwait, and you're right. Yeah. It's kind of like, this is terrible border design, in my opinion. Not that they know back then, but hey.
I mean, yeah, people are like, the British, the French, why did you draw the borders like this? And in their defense, I was saying, like, hey guys, for thousands of years, empires, when they took over a place, they ruled over it. The British and the French were the first people who were like, you know what? You guys could have it. Do your own thing, okay? To some extent, at least. We're going to go. We took this place, but you could now do your own thing, make your own government, self-govern. Bye. And we're like, but you drew the borders wrong. Yeah, maybe. But that's like, that was the beginning of the age of nation states and the end of age of empires. We had actual empires coming out and saying, you guys, they took this place, but you guys have it now. You could self-govern. So criticizing them over drawing the borders wrong takes away from, misses the point of how big of a transition this was from the age of empires to the age of nation states.
Yeah. And our next super chat is from Mommy123 saying, how does Amu Armin stay so young?
Oh.
Contradictory statement there. No wrinkles.
Yeah, maybe if I'm so young, then you should say Brother Armin. I don't know.
Not Uncle Armin. How does Uncle Armin stay so young?
Only goes out when the sun early in the morning and in the afternoon when you get some sun, but not too much sun. Sleeps a lot, drinks a lot of water, exercises, gets all the goddamn nutrition you possibly could. Make sure you don't miss anything in his diet. Yes. I monitor exactly what you allow inside your body.
Yeah, I actually haven't really seen too much of the sun in the past 8 months.
Yeah.
8 months. Wow, maybe that's why I'm so pale now. Okay, that makes sense. All right, thank you for that super chat.
Somebody's saying, how old is Armin? I'm 42.
And we have a humongous piece of support from Deathless. Thank you so much, who gifted me 20 memberships. Guys, if you got one in the chat, please say thank you, Deathless, for that very generous gift.
For always supporting.
You're
very generous. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that very much. People are saying, you're 42?
Yes. See, See, guys, you like people like, you don't look 42. That's why you should take my health advice seriously. People are like, yeah. I mean, health, who cares?
What?
Like, who cares about that stuff? I'm like, yeah, okay, well, see, it's working.
It's working. I think people think I'm 22 years old. Saying 42 and 22. Guys, how old do you think I am?
How old are you?
Take a guess.
19. No?
Someone's saying I look 18. 14.
14.
Okay. Maybe go up the other way. 23, 26. Yeah, I am 27, 16. Okay, we got anywhere from 32 to 12. Okay. Yeah, I'm 26. 26 years old. And thank you, Deathless, once again for that. And Clearyism saying, arm Iranian Minutemen, Armin. From Armin, it's your quote.
No.
The Minutemen in the Revolutionary War of the United States of America were the local militias that were the first to respond against the British. The British are coming. Thank you, Clearyism. Yeah, we got our own. We got the Immortal Guard. And Finestras is saying, Armin, it sounds like you're having a stroke. You can say fine stars. It's okay.
You know what? Okay. You know what? Finestras or fine stars. From now on, you're the Salt Queen. Okay? You're the Salt Queen. How about that?
Dang.
There.
Okay.
Yeah, Salt Queen.
Thank you for the super chat.
Fine stars was beautiful, but now you're making fun of me.
Finesse.
But thank you.
Our next super chat is from Trailers. Oh, Armin will always be number one.
Yes.
Oof. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Soon.
Even when I lose. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you, Trailers.
Thank you.
Our next super chat is from Justin.
Yes.
Saying Armin's my favorite. Sorry, Addy. No, it's okay.
See, guys, if every time I lose, this many people come and show support, you know what? I don't mind losing. This feels good.
Well, I would like to thank everyone for making me win. That's what we do. America, we win.
Oh, look, Fine Stars actually likes her new name. She says, like, no, I like it. Getting used to Fine Stars. Yes, it's beautiful.
No way. No way, Armin. No way. Guys, we have breaking news.
Another ship.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. Why is it doing this? Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have yet another ship struck by the Islamic Republic.
There you go.
Oh, my. Wow.
They're asking for it. Honestly, if we don't...
2 minutes ago. They're asking. You're right.
They're like, bring it. They're like, bring it. Like you said, you're going to do something big. Do it.
The Islamic Republic just hit another oil tanker.
President Trump, like, are you going to take that? You said you held off the attack because you said they're going to do peace. They hit another oil tanker. Like, this is honestly, go honest. Are you going to take that?
So Adokchi basically just bluffed. He's like, yeah, I can open up the strait. Donald, no, you can't, buddy. You can't do anything. You can't do anything. That's crazy. So this is, okay, so we can see that. So you guys can all see it, 2200 UTC. This happened 2 minutes ago. And it seems like 20 north 20 NM. Anyway, whatever. A cargo vessel is broadcasted on channel 16, which is the channel in the Persian Gulf for radio communication for everyone. So that's where the U.S. tells ships to back off. The IRGC tells ships they're going to hit them. It's the broadcasting channel. They got hit by an unknown projectile. They got hit. So last night they missed. The night before they hit 2 more ships. Now they're hitting one again. I told you guys that the average was 1 ship hit every 3 days. And it looks like we're staying on track for that. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what Donald Trump does about this. Not only was Kuwait hit by a drone strike and most likely a military base, but now a ship was also hit. Is it a coincidence? I think not.
You know what they're thinking? They're thinking President Trump is not only he's not going to attack, he's going to be embarrassed because of this. He's going to hurt him in the midterms, and this is also going to waste U.S. missile interceptors to dangerously low levels. That's what they're going to think.
Yeah.
And if they honestly, if you don't see a strong response to these things, like by strong, I mean like strong, not just bombing southern Iran, then this is going to embolden them.
Yeah, they're testing his red line really aggressively.
I think they think there is no red line.
Yeah, I genuinely think that. I genuinely think at this point the Islamic Republics has been somewhat, the IRGC commanders are lulled into a false sense of confidence. They don't think Donald Trump's going to do anything before the midterms. That's why they're giving the order to hit ships no matter what. Put pressure on Donald Trump, keep the oil prices high going into the midterms. So
Sarah is saying, please define strong. What should they hit? Everything. Everything.
IRGC related.
Everyone on the bingo sheet.
Yeah. Everything IRGC related.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Okay. Let's keep an eye on some news coming out of that. Donald Trump today, we showed you guys at the beginning of the stream, we showed you Donald Trump said, I'm going to give him every chance to make a deal before decapitation.
Somebody's saying, who's going to pay us for hitting everything? Get the oil tankers of the Islamic Republic, give it to the Princess of Pahlavi's team to sell in the market, charge the Iranian people's government in exile for air support. The oil of the Islamic Republic belongs to the Iranian people. Recognize Prince Reza Pahlavi as the leader of the government in exile. Get the oil tankers, give it to him because he represents the Iranian people, and the oil does not belong to the Islamic Republic, belongs to the Iranian people. Get him to sell it and pay the Americans for air support.
Yeah. Man. All right, let's keep it going with the super chats here. I'm gonna keep an eye on the news. Hezi says, today I'm on Armin's channel because I'm a double agent. No,
yes,
Hezi.
Today and forever.
How could you do this to me? Okay, just for today. And thank you for the super chat. Trailers says Ali is number 007. Ooh.
I think Hezi is 007.
I should run.
Given that he's a double agent. True.
How can I should raise my infiltration level to another? What should I do? Maybe I should start. Oh, I should start befriending some people in the IRGC group chat and get the inside scoop from them directly. Yeah. I'm working on it. Thank you, trailers. And Effectual Insurrection saying, thank you both.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys translating Durka for us Americans. I worked on Donald J. Trump's 2015, 2020, and 2024 campaign. Thank you from Palm Beach, Florida. Free Iran, Javid Shah.
Javid Shah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Warm-blooded American right there.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for watching. Appreciate that very much. Donald Trump, maybe 2028 campaign? Who knows? Thank you for the super chat. And our next one is from Hamid Jafari saying, Armin, I don't know how you do this, but Prince Pahlavi should definitely give you a medal. You're awesome, buddy.
Oh,
I agree.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for saying that.
I agree. I agree.
Wow. That is so sweet.
Thank you, Hamid.
Thank you, Hamid.
Guys, we should get him a medal. We should get him a medal.
I appreciate that.
And thank you so much, Hamid. Push-ups is saying, hey guys, am I missing anything interesting? Yeah, you actually just missed a ship get hit in the Strait of Hormuz after Donald Trump said he's going to give them a last chance. This is their last chance to open up the Strait of Hormuz by tomorrow, or they're going to get decapitated. So technically, it's not tomorrow yet. I guess they could hit ships if they want to by that reasoning. In our next super chat is from Redneck Jeep saying, what are the chances IRGC deal with Ghalibaf? So what are the chances that IRGC eliminates Ghalibaf? I would say it's pretty high. Fair, like, you know, in all scheme of things, I would say maybe like a 40% chance if we had to put a number on it.
He's too useful in case they need to talk to the Americans. They don't have a good alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if I was IRGC, I would try to contain Ghalibaf rather than eliminating him.
Mm-hmm.
Because then there's no, if you then need him, there's no bringing it back.
Yeah.
So I would say very unlikely. Given that Rouhani and Zarif are alive, very unlikely.
Thank you, Redneck Jeep.
Yeah.
And our next super chat is from Dylan saying, thought the U.S. doesn't negotiate with terrorists. Well, actually, if you take a look at the Syrian president, yeah, I think we might have. No comment. Thank you, Dylan.
There's actually no rule anywhere said that, you know, it's a saying. It's not actually a rule.
Who was the president who said that? Was that Bush? I think it was Bush.
I think it's just a saying. Where did that come from? I don't know where it comes from. Let me see. Where does the phrase "we don't negotiate with terrorists" comes from?
Well, in our next super chat, while we look at that, is Finestros saying, "I'm staying here. Haydar, Haydar."
Yes, Haydar, 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 Haydar.
You.
Salt Kingdom here. Yeah, we're now a constitutional monarchy with the Salt Queen as our monarch.
Yeah. No, thank you for that super chat. And our next one is from Joanne saying, we need our own Facebook group. Ooh, Armin, what do you think about that?
We need to bring our Facebook page back, guys. We had one with 2.5 million followers. And we got mass reported and we lost it. So let's help me bring it back.
Yeah. Thank you, Joanne. That's a great idea. And our next super chat is from Hezi saying, I was here before you had super chats. Double agent, have to post on both channels. Oh,
okay, fine. I'll allow it.
Oh, we came back. There we go.
Oh wait,
that's awesome. That's great.
You know what, Hezi? As long as you come back as well here sometimes, I'll allow it. See, I'm being tolerant. I'm being flexible. Work with me. I'll work with you. See.
And our next super chat is from Justin saying, you guys are right. It's going to take the people to rise up to end the Islamic Republic. It always had to take that. But I'm afraid it's going to take a lot more sacrifice from people when the time comes than expected. I was hoping it would be theirs to take, as Donald Trump said. Whatever the price is that we have to pay to get rid of the Islamic Republic was always the price we had to pay to get rid of the Islamic Republic.
Oh, that's such a good point. Well, very well said. Very well said.
Thank you, Justin, for the super chat. I'm also afraid of that. So getting arms in the hands of the Iranian people mitigates death. Great super chat. And our next one is from Deependra Singh saying, why did Atheist Republic become liberty politics?
More because we're talking about politics. So it's more on, more on brand, more relevant to the topics on this channel. And also because it's more inclusive. Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you for that question. And our next super chat is from Leo, saying Iran, the pilot country to undurkify itself. Oh yeah.
Yes. Ooh, and undurkify. We're not going to stop in Iran. We're going to undurkify the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I like that word,
First,
by the way, undurkify.
We're going to hunt down.
By the way, Leo, always remember, I noticed that you changed your hat, and Ali did not comment on that at all. Yes, see? I noticed. I commented.
Oh, man.
See?
That's true. And that's why that super chat was on your channel. And thank you, Leo, for the super chat.
Oh, by the way, guys, we're the Persian. So Joanne was saying there is Atheist Republic Persian channel with Armin. I am rebranding that as well. If you guys could guess, no, I'm going to rebrand that soon because we talk politics there too.
Yeah, and you guys should watch that channel. We actually have a version of me on the Iranian side. It's called Iran Critiques. So if any of you actually speak Farsi, if you'd like to listen to Iranians in Iran, Iran Critiques. So every time Armin goes live, if you just check out his Persian channel, there'll be collabs, or just type in Iran Critiques. Watch him. He's a very smart guy.
Yes. Somebody saying, Armin, is your necklace Russian? Then how come it was called Atheist Republic? There has nothing on it. And the only reason I wear it is because my mom gave it to me before she passed away. That's the only reason why I always wear it. And thank you.
Yeah, and thank you. And our next super chat is from Fizz Engicist, saying, tomorrow, let us know what the loser gets. Earn our super chats. All right, so what is the punishment going to be? What are you gonna, let me think what I want you to say.
Well, you don't have a say. I get to say. Oh, you're gonna say for me. Oh, okay.
Like if I win, what do you say? I think you already know yours though. So let me think. Oh man, there's not much I can get you to say that would annoy you.
And there's so much, guys, this is why I should win tomorrow, because there's so much I could make Ali to say that would annoy him. He can't figure out a thing. There's not a single thing that he could figure out to say to annoy me. But I have so many. Right.
I got it. You have to say that my favorite president of the Islamic Republic is Masoud Pezeshkian. We're gonna clip that one. Just kidding. See, it's like the closest thing to annoying Armin. There we go.
Okay, guys. See,
I'll be ready.
For me, it's gonna be easy. If you want to see somebody very uncomfortable, then I should win, because I'm not gonna get that uncomfortable.
Anyone? Any ideas? Anyone?
Put your ideas in the comment section.
Oh my God, look at this. Steve was like, make him put it on his Twitter. No. Oh my God. You would lose so many people. People would start talking about you. Oh my God.
Yes.
Guys, any ideas?
The Salt Queen is saying, I have some, but they're too mean. It's okay. Just send it to
Push-Up says, make Armin say, God bless America.
God bless America.
Oh, make him praise God. Oh.
Which God?
It's giving me some ideas.
Which God? I praise Allah.
Praise be to Allah. I know, I already said that. I already made you say that today. Okay. No, we're not doing this. We're not doing that.
Sarah.
But wow, look, ABND Gems actually knows how to annoy you. It says if he loses, you interrupt him 10 times randomly, which actually really does get on your nerves, but that's too much.
Yes. I don't think Ali would enjoy it.
Okay, I'll think about it. And Biz, I'll announce it at the start of the stream. And our next super chat is from Cal, saying, reunify the Khorasan.
No.
Reunify? What do you mean?
No. Reunify. What do you mean?
Unified.
Yeah. No, Iran is unified. Khorasan, the Khorasan part of Iran belongs to Iran. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you're get the separatist.
No, we're already good. We got this.
Yes.
We're good the way we are.
Yeah, we're
but
good
thank
the
you,
way
Cal, for the super chat.
We're going to use it to support our border integrity.
And Deathless, thank you for the humongous support once again.
Yes, thank you.
Such a true statement has ever been stated in this channel. Then Steve Moretz saying, but really, Ali brings better content and good research. Example, Aligrams. Armin brings, as an atheist, more knowledgeable info about religious books he does not subscribe to. Wow, that's really downplaying your role here. That's dang, Steve. Well, to be fair, Steve does hate you.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I like people. I like Ali having his fans. Thank you. No, but seriously, guys, I really do appreciate Ali building his own fan base. Like, I know we were joking around and stuff, but you know, it's really encourages me to keep doing more of, more with other people. If we could show that, with Liberty Politics, we could find people as amazing as Ali and help him grow, and also create a powerful, loyal fan base because of his contribution. That I agree with everything you're saying, like when it comes to Ali's contribution. Like, Ali deserves everything that he's getting and more, a lot more.
Thank you.
And if we could keep replicating this, then we're going to fight, because there's so many voices out there that could contribute in our fight for liberty. And Ali proves that, we can do that. And we need to find more people like Ali and get them their own audience and fan base and help that grow.
Thank you very much.
I will
continue to try and get better. And guys, none of this would have been possible without Armin in the first place. None of this. He told me to make a YouTube channel. He encouraged me to do it. He even decided to go live with me. I mean, that's a lot. And thank you so much again, Deathless, for the humongous support.
Thank you so
Steve,
much.
We know you don't hate Armin. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, we're kidding. We're kidding, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much again. And our next super chat is from Joanne, saying, Armin, punishment for losing is you have to kiss your goat. Oh.
Yeah.
I think I know what I want you to say tomorrow.
Right.
You have to hold that up and be like, this is a cow.
No. Hey, no. Don't you dare. No.
Guys, for anyone that hates that, goat, or anyone who knows that's a cow, I think we got to win tomorrow.
It's okay. They're not talking about you. They're talking about someone else.
I'm just saying.
Talking about someone else. It's okay. It's okay. I'll protect you.
Thank you, Joanne, for the super chat. And our next one is Armin's cup getting bigger, or am I crazy? Maybe it's just closer to the camera.
This one.
I think it's the same one.
Okay. I have backup more here. I have so much.
What? Did you guys see that?
I finished these two. This is for one show. Finished these two to go, and then working my way with this one in the middle.
Wow. My bottle is is 1.2.
This is tea,
1.2
guys.
liters.
Alcoholic. People calling me alcoholic.
This is 40 liters. Or sorry, 40 ounces or 1.2 liters. This is what I finish in a stream. And Armin, I think you drink like maybe twice this.
I stay hydrated. This is
Yeah,
why I
it's
keep
crazy.
going. I use the washroom.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is what I said. Like exactly. Nechama is saying this is why Armin looks so young. Stay hydrated. Exactly.
True. And thank you, Amy.
Omid, I know you're joking. It's fine. Right.
Our next super chat is from RG Rappaport. Thank you for the support. We appreciate that very much. And the next one is from Teen Lit saying, please put Armin's picture next to Marco Rubio. Compare. Yeah, or Trey Yingst. Or that one other guy.
Great people.
That, yeah.
I like
Thank you, Teen Lit.
Thank you.
Actually, let me bring up Marco Rubio real quick. I don't know, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Thank you, Tinley. And our next super chat is from Justin, who says, just going to respond with love taps again. He wants his deal. He wants his Nobel Prize.
But the good thing is that the deal is very unlikely. So even if he wants a deal, to get a deal, you have to keep weakening the Islamic Republic to get them to the table. And he can't get a deal. Like nothing is impossible, but it's really hard to get a deal with the Islamic Republic.
Yeah, giving, I guess, a quick update. So a lot of people think that these drones were launched from within Iraq that targeted Kuwait. And then they actually launched in multiple waves. It wasn't just one. And now there are jets over Baghdad. Thank you, Justin, for the super chat. And 40 Winks saying, Ali, do expat and in-country Iranians expect Trump to bomb IRGC facilities, bases, and command centers with unguided munitions from B-1 or B-52 bombers, aka carpet bombing? I don't think you can do that. You can't do that with unguided munitions if they're targeting the IRGC, for example, facilities in a city, like the police stations and the intelligence headquarters, because the chance of it hitting a civilian target would be very high. You can hit them with guided, but the other bases and the airstrips and all of that are not around civilians, sure, if that's what needs to be done with unguided munitions, that's what's going to be done. But they won't need B-1s to do it. I mean, the B-1's an amazing bomber, but it launches more guided. And the B-52, you can't bring that in until you know you have aerial supremacy. It's very slow moving. Anyway, that's my answer. Hope that helps. Thank you, 40 Winks. So in cities, guided, out of cities, unguided. And our next super chat is from Justin saying, again, until I hear Ghalibaf is taken out, Trump still wants his deal. It's a fair point to make. It's not the only condition on him not wanting a deal anymore, but it's a good indicator.
I think even after that, he would want his deal.
Yeah, could happen. It's hard to say at this point.
But it would be. But if you take out Ghalibaf, even if President Trump wants a deal, it would be even closer to impossible.
Yeah. Thank you, Justin. And our next super chat is from Trailers saying Trump was going to give them so much. And what do? Give him every reason to save the wonderful, real Iranian people. Trailers talking about the MOU. The Islamic Republic was supposed to get $300 billion in investment, frozen assets, all of this. They got nothing. They got none of that. Thank you, Trailers. And our next super chat is from Bill Moore, saying, Armin, this is your last chance to surrender. True.
Huh? Why?
True.
Surrender to what?
Surrender to me.
Why? He has nothing
Because
on
Bill
me.
Moore said so.
Okay. You have no leverage.
Thank you, Bill.
Bill, I will bomb your oil infrastructure. How about that? And close your strait.
Right.
Yeah.
And our next super chat is from Justin, saying, by the way, I would be glad to make a super chat singing my greatest mea culpa solo ever if Trump actually follows through and softens the Islamic Republic to the point that people can just take over. I just don't want to possibly build false hopes anymore.
Yeah, see, this is why I was always skeptical, because I think selling people the idea that everything is going to be fixed fast is a false hope that then eventually will demotivate people, and demotivating people will lose their energy and determination to keep fighting. This is why, before so many people were attacking me for, Armin, why are you being skeptical? You're taking away people's hope. And I always like, no, you're taking people's hope because you're promising that something is going to happen soon. And when it doesn't happen, they're going to be demotivated to continue fighting. You should always keep fighting with the assumption that this fight against the Islamic Republic could last, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, or 5 days. We don't know. The Islamic Republic could fall tomorrow. It could still be here in 10 years. You have to go into this fight being prepared for both.
I agree, and we'll be here to the end. Thank you, Justin. I know it can be exhausting, but when you watch us and you see the little unnoticeable things that most people don't cover, you can see that we're still putting troops and equipment into the area. Thank you for the super chat. And Deependra Singh saying, how long after Iran being free would it be stable practically to travel there? And how about long-term foreign policy / work opportunities for tech people? Yeah, there's going to be no shortage of you will be able to go there. You will be able to work there. That's not going to be an issue. How long would it be stable enough is a great question. It entirely depends on what risk level that you're personally willing to accept. I would say within the first 2 months, if you're not a native Farsi speaker, don't go. I would say for most people, like an average American, within a year should be totally fine to go, in my opinion, at the tail end of a year. But that's given things are actually on track and everything's going good. So we have to see.
I actually wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, it's a very hard prediction to be able to make.
Yeah, it might take a few years, honestly. Not too many years, but it might take a few years.
Depends on how we end. How does the Islamic Republic go? Depends on that.
That's true. That's very true. That is very true. The bloodier the fall, the longer it would take.
Yeah. And thank you for that great question. I will probably still go as soon as possible.
Omid is saying no, Armin. So guys, I go back to what I just said. Too much. It could everything could be stable on day one. But if you're so sure about that and you promise people that it will take only a few days or a few weeks or a few months, that certainty will demotivate people if it doesn't happen. Like you're saying, don't underestimate our people. That's what people told me when 96, 98, انقلاب شیر خورشید, every single uprising, people told me that, hey, Armin, it's over. In 1 week, in 2 weeks, in 5 days, it's over. And I said, we don't know. We can't be sure. And people told me like, oh, Armin, you're underestimating the people. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm being careful not to sell false hope. And now it's happening again. Omid, you're saying once the Islamic Republic falls, everything will become stable like that? I'm going to be like, just like before, I'm going to be skeptical. It might not. Don't act like it's for sure. It's a for sure thing. How many times have we have to predict? How many times have we said to people, things will immediately happen and it didn't? How many times do we have to learn that we shouldn't be so certain about how long it takes for things to happen?
Yeah. So we'll see how the Islamic Republic falls, and we'll make a better estimate then. And our next super chat is from Jagatai, saying, Armin will watch Piers and Fuentes and agree with all. Oh.
Oh. Hey now.
That reminds me, yeah, about the intellectually challenged statement someone made. Yeah.
Challenge you intellectually. I challenge you intellectually.
And our next super chat is from Nechama, saying 3 presidents made statements about never negotiating with terrorists, who were Nixon, Reagan, and Bush, and all of them engaged in negotiations. Reagan with Hezbollah, Bush with Taliban and IRGC, and Nixon with the PLFP.
And apparently Nixon was the first person that said that, Nixon, in 1973. The famous poster originated on March 2nd, 1973, when President Richard Nixon firmly announced that the U.S. would refuse blackmail demands from terrorist hostage takers.
Yeah. Great super chat.
That's interesting. Very interesting, Nechama. Thank you for telling us.
Great super chat giving us the info on that. Thank you very much. And then could you do me a favor and read these couple? I'm going to try and make Sarah a mod.
Oh. Sarah, are you not a mod on my side? Is that why you left me? Okay, Noah. Wow, being backstabbed by Noah.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, this is not about my code. This is about someone else. Wow, Noah, you too, Brutus, and then we get Elaine. Wait, Sarah, are you not a mod? If you come back now, I'll make you a mod. Elaine got 5 membership gifts. Thank you so much, Elaine. Thank you, Elaine, for getting membership gifts on Liberty Politics. I appreciate that. And then Kevin got a membership gift. Appreciate you, Kevin. Thank you so much. And then last super chats from Amy. Amy saying, does Armin have a P? Oh my. No, I do not. Okay. You know what? I have a washroom in my office. My office has its own washroom. That's why I get to be fast. I have an office that it's a very nice office. So that's how I do it. So Amy saying, does Armin have a pee bottle under this? That's gross, Amy. That's gross. How dare you? How you do this to me? Why you do this to me? Ew. All right, we got a super chat here. See, guys, this is why you give super chats on my side, because Ali is not even paying attention to the super chats. I appreciate the super chats. He's busy doing other things. 40 Winks for the super chat saying, unguided bombs on Gaza cause worldwide outrage. I believe that's why Trump is hesitant with this massive attack due to collateral civilian deaths. Unguided bombs on Gaza were used only in areas that were already empty. What is it called? The word? Evacuated, right? Unguided bombs in Gaza were not used in on civilian populations, because if unguided bombs were used on civilians, the numbers of deaths would be in the hundreds of thousands, not in tens of thousands. Unguided bombs were only used. And why when you evacuate an area, why would you waste your money with guided bombs? There's nobody there. You have to use unguided bombs. So it made sense for Israel to use unguided. The unguided bombs that Israel used in Gaza killed less people than the guided ones because there was nobody there. So yeah, but you're right. Trump doesn't want like killing people. That is true.
Yeah, he doesn't want that.
Yeah.
Thank you, 40 Winks, for your concern.
Thank you.
And our next one is I'm on your side, Armin, but
yes,
I love these. I love these. But that's a cow. So I mean, Rooster, tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Say it's a cow.
Ninja chicken. Okay, I see how it is. You make my goat into a cow, I make your rooster into a chicken. How about that? You
see,
like
tomorrow, if you want to hear him say it's a cow, then we know who has to win the super chat race.
Guys, me saying, do you want to hear me say that this is a cow, or do you want to see Ali say the most uncomfortable thing that he has ever said in his life? Your choice.
Oh no, guys, let's please win. And our next super chat is from Steak and Beans saying, what did I miss? Back from work and I fell asleep so hard. Had Ali and Armin get truce over super chats? I ended up winning. There's no such thing as a tie here. But yeah, you missed Trump saying he's going to give him one last chance before decapitating the Islamic Republic. And then the Islamic Republic hit a ship like 5 hours later, like 30 minutes ago. And they're hitting a U.S. base in Kuwait. So there you go. That's the response. Let's see what happens. Thank you for the super chat, Steak and Beans. And Joanne says, any news on the U.S. after that ship was hit? Nope, nothing. No statements. None whatsoever. But tomorrow we're
not even doing love taps anymore. Not even love taps.
Which makes sense. I mean, Brad Cooper was like, hey, they don't work anymore. Let's do something bigger.
So what are we doing? The Islamic Republic can just hit ships and not even a response?
Right.
I think they were going to have to, I think at some point they're going to have to get forced to do something major. Like they have to.
Yeah. I mean, all those troops aren't there for nothing. They're going to be used at some point, all that equipment. And our last one is from Steak and Beans, who gifted 10 Liberty Politics memberships. Thank you very much, Steak and Beans.
Thank you.
Very generous of you.
Yes.
All right. And with that, guys, we have 2 minutes. And
yes, wait.
Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Please like and subscribe. We will be here tomorrow. Yes. We're going to be here every day, every single day, as we have been for almost 100 days straight now.
Ooh. All right, guys, we're about to go soon, but we got one more super chat by Second Bean saying, LOL, Trump has used all of his credibility. I'm done with him over Gaza, behind Israel, back with Egypt, Qatar, and Turkey. Okay, Second Beans has had enough. I know a lot of people in Israel are feeling like that, but we'll talk about this soon tomorrow. But we have to end the show now because we're getting close to 3 hours. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you to everybody who has liked the stream. I appreciate you all. And same time tomorrow. And until then, I'm Israel Chai, Slava Ukrainian, Cuba Libre, Long live America,
Long live America,
Javid Shah,
Ayende, Iran.